Hey guys, I'm just testing things out right now. Let me know if you can hear me and how the sound levels are. I guess that, since there's no game, it's highly dependent on your own audio settings right now, but let me know via Twitter if possible. I'm trying to troubleshoot this issue that I've been having and, get back to the stream as soon as possible. Alright, so if you could let me know on Twitter now how the audio balance is. It's possible that the Dark Souls balance is not so good. I'm doing my best to get it up, though. In the meantime, please set the volume of the games as a decent level. I'm trying, man! Believe me, I'm doing my best here. But I will wait for you guys to come in. We were having some errors earlier, like I'm watching the YouTube error chart, but it looks like it's good now. Sorry that it's slightly later today. I've been doing some troubleshooting issues. I'm still very much getting used to XSplit, so it's far from 100% perfect right now. Sound quality's fine. Everything sounds good. The real question, when I click on this window, can you hear the Dark Souls and me comfortably? This might be the best. Can't hear Dark Souls at all. That's a bad sign, considering it is cranked right now. You'll only hear it when I click on the window. That's an important thing to note. So let me click on the window again. We're going to test it right here. Stare at this bald man. Whenever my mouse is on the screen, let me know if you can hear it fairly well. And I'm going to stop. You shouldn't hear Dark Souls as soon as I click away in a second. Now let's see what we've got on Twitter. Can't hear game at all. I don't hear any Dark Souls. There's no sound at all. Let us just stare at this bald dude. That is true. That's important. Could you hear Dark Souls when it was the active window? Is the real question. No Dark Souls noise. Very quiet, but audible. I mean, I'm trying to turn up the game sound. I understand. I wonder if I can... Yeah, let's back out of character creation and see if I can go quickly into the options menu here. I mean, you might be able to hear it through my speakers is the thing. There's no audio settings in this game at all? I thought there would be, but apparently not. I'm watching an advertisement on my own stream right now just to get this set up. Again, apologies for the kind of unprofessionalism with which we get started here. We might have to deal with it as is. Can't hear Dark Souls when it's the active window. Dark Souls noise is fine. Dark Souls sound is fine when you click on it. It's beyond quiet. Alright. I might have to do this. We're going to go recording devices. And we're going to crank up, because for some reason my audio is coming in, like my game audio is going through my microphone, which I guess I understand why that is. I just find it very, very silly. So I'm going to crank up the microphone. So I should probably sound a lot louder now. Hopefully the game does as well. Let's just test this out one more time. Like so. You might not even be able to hear any audio here. One second. Just go through the brightness settings, etc., etc. Don't worry, I'll get that mouse pointer off the screen. So you guys let me know right now. Put like a hashtag options menu or something, and maybe you will have a better idea of what's going on. Or I will have a better idea. Yes, I could hear, but it was very quiet. Crank it up, baby. Audio settings are only in-game. Sound options are in-game. Okay, so we have to get in. Uh-oh. Audio settings are only in-game. That's silly. Sounds legit. I can hear Dark Souls now. You shouldn't hear it right now, but, I'm getting tweets from... Dark Souls noise got quieter. That seems silly. Okay, one second. I'm just gonna make my character quickly. Northern Bro. Is my voice far too loud? It might be far too loud, and if so, I apologize for that. How do I start? Controller setup in this game is a little weird sometimes. Sex, yes please. We're gonna play as the knight. We're gonna take the master key, as you might expect. Average physique is fine by me. Let's take a classic Xena face, hair color. Is there just straight up bald? Yeah, shaved, I guess. And color, guess it doesn't really matter that much. And this is all we need to get going forward. So we'll start the game. I'm just checking again to see if the audio options are okay. Now you're too loud, but Dark Souls is fine. Oh, okay. 1 second. 1 second.
A land of grey crags, arch trees, and everlasting dragons.
Alright, that might be a little bit better, I'm hoping. I don't know how the sound is going to be, man. At the very least, there are going to be subtitles, so you guys can just jam out with the subtitles. Again, I'm watching the chat. I'm watching Twitter. I'm watching it all to see how it's going here. I'm watching my own stream, in fact, as we sit here. I'm hoping you can hear the game a little bit. Nothing's too loud or too quiet. I hear Kate in the background coughing. That is indeed true. Cool. You know what? I'm going to watch this whole cutscene because I enjoy it a lot. And in the meantime, I'm going to make some really loud noise with the sink as I get some water, because I'm going to be doing a long stream today. Thank you guys for joining me. I know we're just getting started with the official festivities here. A little late, and my apologies for that. Again, my audio is still super weird. I definitely need to get virtual audio cable, I feel. Audio's quiet. Tell everyone to quit bitching and put some headphones in. It's good now. I can hear you even when you click off. This cutscene audio is alright. Okay, that's good enough. We're going to deal with it then. And in the meantime, I'm going to get a drink very quickly.
Gwyn, the Lord of Sunlight, and his faithful knights, and the furtive pygmy, so easily forgotten.
So yes, I am going to be doing a Dark Souls stream today. We're going to be playing at least a couple of hours, and I am using a new character. When I'm interested to see how this goes. I am playing the Prepare to Die edition on the PC. I don't have too much experience with the PC version. Probably played, 9 hours of it or so far. And I'm thinking, I would love for invasions to be a regular occurrence on this stream. But in order for there to be invasions, first things first, I actually have to create a character. And, get that character up to the point where they can join the Dark Wraiths, basically. So that could be a while. Apparently my schedule is blocking the subtitles. Again, thank you for the real-time updates on Twitter. It really does help me out. I'll move this up here for now, but I'll move it back down once we get started. So yeah, we're going to start by playing some Dark Souls. I'm going to see how far I can get in a couple hours. We might go a little bit over time, but not too much. And yeah, eventually we'll have an invasion-worthy character. Maybe not today, but soon after. At which point we will be able to, do invasions on camera, because I would love that to be a regular part of this stream. Because people are always asking, hey, when are you going to do more Dark Souls stuff? Are you going to go human that people can invade you too? Probably twice at least. I'm thinking I'll go human for the Quelaag, and I'll probably go human for the Gargoyles as well, just to speed things up a little bit.
Even now, there are only
But we will be introduced to the story. Very first off, again, thank you guys for joining me. A little bit later, we're going to give away some copies of Anodyne, some copies of Highborn, and I'll be playing some Anodyne as well, because I'm really interested in that. Just got greenlit yesterday. It's basically like A Link to the Past, but, in the modern era. So, let's just wait for us to boot in and actually get started with this game. I hope the sound quality is pretty good. Raymond Wang says, I've gotten to N Orlando in 2 hours with a new character. I believe that could indeed be possible, but I'm not 100% sure. We'll see. It's been a long time. I probably have not played Dark Souls. I'll get this mouse pointer off the screen, but I'm going to move this back down here now, because we only have a few more subtitles left. But,
yes, indeed.
what was I going to say? It's been a long time since I played Dark Souls, so I'm expecting to be a little bit rusty. Hopefully, as time goes on, we'll be able to get some good stuff going. And I'm not running DS fixed here either. I'm running the game in its standard resolution, which, it works fine. I'm running at 720 windowed right now, like 1280 by 720 windowed. And that's A-okay for streaming purposes, I feel. It should allow me to stream it at a relatively good frame rate, at least. And we will get through this cutscene. I believe this is the very last one here. We're just going to be introduced to Oscar, and then that is going to be the start of where things get playable. I wonder how many people here... Let me know in the chat if you are a Dark Souls aficionado or a Dark Souls scrub. I'm somewhere in between the two. I've had some good successes in the game. I wouldn't consider myself, you know, a top-level player by any stretch of the imagination. I saw a stream the other day. Dude was playing Dark Souls with a blindfold on while his friend was guiding him through, and he was at Sen's Fortress. I'm not sure how far he actually got, but my god, that is absolutely crazy. I'm hoping that we'll get to at least Sen's Fortress by this video. Or by this episode, I should say, because we're not, obviously, we're doing this live stream as opposed to recording it and then posting it up later. That mouse arrow's bugging out my OCD, understand. Knights-themed questions today or something else? I'm not totally sure. Okay, just let me get used to the controls again, because it's been a while. Rolling, my dude, is super heavy. But let's run through here. What's lock on again? Is that right bumper or right analog stick? Right bumper is attack. Okay, that's not good that I don't know that. It's right analog stick. Alright, good to know. So we are gonna run through here, get our equipment, and then get started on this mythical Dark Souls adventure. Again, it's been a long time, so cut me some slack here. I'm not expecting to be as good as I was in my Let's Play, but I should be able to do okay, at least. Oh man. Why is my dude so heavy? It's like... Usually knights have starting encumbrance that lets them do this, don't they? Let's quickly do a beckon, I guess. We're going to get our first bonfire, of course. I just want to check my equipment quickly, because it seems like it is super heavy given the... What's my encumbrance at right now? I totally forgot how to see that. Is that... It's here. 26 out of 50. Alright, let's take off our gauntlets. Now we're at 22 out of 50. That should at least let us do the fast roll. Alright, all is not lost. We'll light this bonfire. I had no idea that night started with that shitty encumbrance. But in any case, if you've seen Dark Souls before, you know where this is going. So, let's come through here. For some reason, I appear to... Oh, I've sheathed my weapon in order to open the door. Okay. And then we just sprint over here towards this door and continue going through. Most common question that I get by far on the channel these days is, are you going to play Dark Souls 2 when it comes out? Of course! Bane, of course, .jpg. Of course I'm going to play Dark Souls 2 when it comes out. Don't F with me, mister. The arrows that curve. I remember you. We got a tower kite shield, which we will now just go and equip. Like so, and then we'll chase this dude down, and we should get our first weapon. There we go. I now remember how this works. Left bumper is shield. A is pick up something that we will use to kill this man. Like the broadsword right here. I wonder if there's been anybody that's beaten the game using just the hilt. I think it might be theoretically possible. I'm not totally sure. I feel so out of practice right now. But at least we've defeated our first skeleton here and gotten to the first fog wall without being hit. So he is not going to drop anything, and we are going to move onward. So yes, if you are a stream hunter looking to kill me, you might have your chance today as I play Dark Souls. There will be some times when I expect to go human just to speed things up. We'll see, though. In the meantime, let's trigger this thing, fall off the edge. Took no damage myself. I'm really sorry to do this, Oscar. But I feel like... What? I didn't want you to use your Estus Flask. I feel like this has to be done to speed things up a little bit. I'm not going for a Let's Play of Dark Souls right now. I'm just trying to build a character, basically. So we'll take our Estus Flasks. And there should be some dudes up here to deal with. Then we'll fight our first boss and get to Firelink Shrine. Okay, I've got to really get used to the combat. I've been playing Devil May Cry and Metal Gear Rising: Revengeance. So my melee combat skills are perhaps a little bit more frantic than Dark Souls would be used to. Did I forget the key down here? I always forget something on Dark Souls. Usually it's to get the Covenant of Artorias. Yes. So we'll continue onwards here. Now that we have that key, we'll fight a few more enemies. I think they teach us how to parry here. But, you know, I'd rather learn how to Dougie than learn how to parry, because we don't really need that right now. It would make us look a little bit more stylish, but I'm not too worried about that. And I already have co-opted the claw controller style for Dark Souls that I previously loved, where I have, like, my hand on the face button all weirdly, because B is run, which is very strange. Oh, that was awful damage. Anyway, come at me, bro. I'm gonna two-hand my weapon and ruin your life. I don't think I'll need to Estus up by this boss. We'll see, though. I shouldn't, let's put it that way. And we'll just take out this dude the easy way. I've forgotten these enemy patterns to a certain extent, so... Again, have mercy. I know it was easier to, like, pretend that you were good at Dark Souls when there were only the PS3 and Xbox 360 versions. Now everybody is an expert, and, you know, deservedly so. Oh my god. My encumbrance is all effed up again. I really didn't think it was like that. Maybe we can take off our leggings or our helmets. And what's our encumbrance at now? 23 out of 50? Alright. Weird, but in any case, let's go through and fight the Asylum Demon here. This is an important moment right here, and it did indeed work out. And then we will lock onto it and prepare to ruin this dude's life. Again, my patterns totally messed up. Don't die against the Asylum Demon. No pressure. Whole internet's watching. Keep Estus up. That was a bad time to Estus, apparently. All we gotta do is get behind his butt. Then we do the attacking. Each one takes off like 5% or more. It's all good, even if my stamina gets burned. I used to be able to beat this guy two-handed. And that's what people were suggesting today. They're like, you should do like some kind of joke Dark Souls build. And I'm like, man, Dark Souls, no joke. It's been a while since I played this. This game is still hard. I made fairly short work of that boss. But, you know, that's to be expected. It basically is the tutorial boss. And a lot of people are better at this. That's not the right way. A lot of people are better at this game than me. Like, they know where all the drops and stuff are. When I beat Dark Souls, it was like, fucking yes. Like, I've mastered Dark Souls just by defeating it for the first time. So, you know, I never really got back into, like, Titan slab farming or Titanite slab farming or anything like that. I got into the invasions a little bit. I got into the PvP. Thank you for your encouraging messages, game. But in the meantime, let us just exit out here, and this will be the end of our tutorial section, which went fairly well, I gotta say. I also wonder if there's anyone who's done a run of Dark Souls where they beat the game without getting hit, because that shit would be fucking crazy. In the meantime, I am now checking YouTube chat, which sucks, obviously, and Twitter, which sucks a little bit less. If you want to interact with me, twitter.com/NorthernLionLP is going to be a good place for you to do that, because it's going to update in real time. I mean, I have to update it personally, but that's the easiest way for me to get comments, because the YouTube chat is not so good. I'm a pro player. I started some time ago around PC Premiere, still a scrub, so it looks like we got a good mix of, you know, scrubs and not scrubs. First time I played, I took on the boss with no shield or Estus Flask. You are a boss, Dustin Splinter. That's what you are. YouTube chat is not uploading. Northern Lion, what do you think about mages in Dark Souls? Whatever works, man. Whatever works. Thank you, Gunner, for creating your Twitter account to talk to me. Northern Lion, remember when you used to parry every Silver Knight? Those were the days. Those were the days, man. I feel like I'm like an aging football player or something. That I'm out of practice now. So I actually, suck at what I'm doing, I guess. Oh, achievement unlocked. Reach Firelink Shrine. Beautiful. What I am going to do, we don't have very many souls at this point, but I'm going to level up my endurance 3 times, I guess. This is not going to be a soul level 0 run, as you can probably guess. You know, we could talk to the Crestfallen Warrior here, but why risk it? Instead, let's just go pick up some items, and then we will make our way through to Undeadburg. I just want to quickly check my equipment. What's my capacity now? 53? We can probably put our helmet back on. 27.5 out of 53? Are you kidding me? Well, at the very least, we can put our gauntlets back on. 26.8 out of 53. Yeah, okay, I can handle it. Alright, with 10 Estus Flasks from Firelink Shrine, let's make our way up towards Undeadburg here. Probably not going to sweat getting the... what was I going to say? Getting the Ring of Sacrifice that's over there for right now. Not that big of a deal. Come on, I'll parry you. That was not very good. That was also equally bad. I need to relearn these enemy patterns, man. Again, might start out a little weak. But as I learn, I will become more powerful than you could possibly imagine. Come at me, jerkwad. I don't want to deal with these fire bombs is the problem here. So if I can get you to do that, and I'll take a firebomb on the face, but it's worth it to ruin your life. And then run away, and then quickly eat an Estus Flask. I forget what this guy... Oh my god, I hate you. This is risky. All for the soul of a lost undead, which is, you know, functionally fairly useless. But in any case, up here now. How do you like it now? Getting up in your grill and all that. Axeman, come after me. See, this guy's got a sack. And no shield, which makes him my favorite. And then we run through here, maybe take some fireballs on the chin. He's not dead in one hit, which surprised me. I kind of thought I was just going to push him off the edge. Let's try a parry again. That sort of worked. I feel like it should have worked anyway. Alright, so we hack and slashed our way through there. That was pretty piss poor, but in any case, keep going here. I forget what's on the edge of this bridge, but there is a rat inside of this sewer. And where there's a rat, that means there is possible humanity. Humanity, of course, going to be pretty integral to our success. I mean, I could be patient and do like a very good run, you know, like a slow build, basically, but I'm probably just going to bum rush this mostly as fast as I can. We got a Soul of a Lost Undead, not really all that useful, but we're pretty close to the next bonfire. So let's do that. I don't even know, like, if there's much of a market for there's like two kinds of marketable Dark Souls streams slash videos, I feel. There's like the Dark Souls, you know, rage playthrough where it's like, check out how bad I suck at this video game, and that's fine if you're into that sort of thing. There's a good parry. And then there's like, I'm so pro at this very difficult game that it's going to amaze you, and that's cool too if you're into that. I'm kind of in the, yeah, I'm alright at this game. It's one of my favorite games this generation, to be sure. Excuse me, senor. I forgot that you existed, so if you could announce your presence next time, I would be a much happier camper. See, I forget if there's any items in here. I don't think there are. It must be bothering you guys. Why am I doing the fat roll again? Is it because of this plank that was on my body? I'm not doing the fat roll all the time. Only when I'm not running, I guess. I gotta gain a little bit of momentum. So there is a Soul of a Lost Undead here. Again, I can use those to amass levels fairly quickly. I'm hoping that I'll be able to, you know, be like soul level 40 or something when my invasion character is ready. So I'm going to stay fairly low for a little while. 40 to 60, I mean, you can get away with it. We got a lot of stuff to do here on Undeadburg, though. I want to get the red sign soapstone so I can leave some funny messages. I want to get the bow and arrow, possibly. I'm not going to get the Drake sword, because that's cheating. And cheaters never prosper. The damn curving arrows get me every single time. So, you know, #1 skill in Dark Souls, if you're a total scrub, basically, is kiting, without a shadow of a doubt. If you can learn how to kite enemies, you're probably gonna... Oh, man. That was not good. If you can learn how to kite enemies, you're probably gonna be okay. Better than I was right there, at least. We picked up a short sword as well. And then, you know, I don't get it too into min-maxing weapons until we get a little bit later into things. And even then, I don't really get into it. Might as well kill this dude just for some quick souls before we go to our bonfire and probably throw some levels into endurance. Really? You think that was the best time to Estus? Well, you know, I honor your attempt there, but sadly that's not going to work out too well for you. So there is our bonfire gotten. I've done this stretch of the game so many times that to a certain extent it's kind of muscle memory. Might as well throw one more in endurance here quickly. What are you doing, crazy looking bird lady? I guess I'm just gonna drink an Estus flask for no reason. That was really silly. Even resting at the bonfire wouldn't have helped me there. Don't fall off the edge. Even resting at the bonfire wouldn't have helped me because I would only get 5 Estus for that. In the meantime, let's deal with these jerks. There we go. Good parry. It's also, Dark Souls is a tough game to talk about while you're playing it. Because obviously you are focused on actually taking out the enemies. It's amazing how fast the muscle memory kind of comes back to you. What do we have here? Hollow Warrior Armor. I'm not sure why I'm picking up every single one of those. So, in addition to what I've been doing so far, we do have to pick up... There we go. We do have to pick up the Gold Pine Resin, which I'm... Oh, that was abysmal again. Which I'm going to use to take out our Taurus Demon boss here. Just kick this dude up and then dual wield until he is dead. And we might have to Estus again because I'm an idiot. The real question is, do I want to just kill this guy and take the Uchi Katana? It might not be the greatest idea right now, but, you know, while we're here... Let's see, what does this guy have? He has the bow for sure, and the red sign soapstone. But we can get the red sign soapstone just by killing him, I think. It's been a while. But in terms of weapons, there's a bow in here. Short bow is 1,000 souls, so here's what we're gonna do quickly. Okay, seriously, dude, don't tell me to go fall off a cliff, man. I will spell the end of you. Oh, I didn't mean to pop that humanity. That was silly. We could kindle that bonfire, I guess, to use that, but that is a serious waste of a humanity. Anyway, I want to get these Soul of the Undead instead. Might as well pop them all, and I'll buy the bow and a bunch of arrows. It's really useful for kiting. I haven't really spent a lot of time with the bow recently. Generally, when I play Dark Souls, I do straight melee. I've never done a mage build, because I'm an idiot, I guess. But we're going to go get this bow and arrow here. I might not even have the dexterity required to wield it yet, but that's okay. And we'll buy a bunch of standard arrows as well. Now I think I can kill him. He doesn't sell a repair box, does he? He does sell a repair box.
Thank you.
It's not that important. Like, the repair box is not the be-all, end-all. But you know what? Might as well leave him alive for now. I totally forgot that there was this dude in here. So let's go back up. We have all that we need to have right now. Except the gold pine resin. So we're probably going to get ready to just fight Taurus Demon right now. Making fairly good time. We're not speedrun worthy or anything by this point. By any stretch of the imagination. You want to run through the fire bridge. If I remember correctly. And then there's 3 of these dudes. Or one comes in a little later, I guess. So if I can kill 1 or 2 before things get too rough, then we should have no problems here. And that's obviously the door to lower on Deadberg, which we will check out a little bit later. But in the meantime, sorry, senor, you are dead. Nobody gave me anything to use, sadly. I could easily lose this humanity, which is unfortunate. But, you know, shit happens. I can't even remember if I'm supposed to be here or if it's the next area where we will eventually find Hollow Warrior armor. Fantastic, we'll feed that to Frampt eventually. I think this is where the gold pine resin is, just checking for mimics, even though even Dark Souls is not mean enough to put a mimic that early. That's black fire bombs. Those are useful too. Not as useful, but useful nonetheless. I will equip the bow, don't worry. But first things first, let's just come up here. Come on, dudes, one at a time, please. And if we just go to 10 on that guy, that's an easy kill. Go to this guy into coming for us. I'm playing a little bit of reckless. Like, if they come at me full force, there's a chance that I would feel pretty silly for not having my shield out. For example, right there. That was an area where I did not need to take damage at all. I'm assuming more hollow soldier. Yep, whatever. And we might as well kill these dudes. I don't remember what's actually up here. But there's no reason why not. Especially if they're all just gonna throw firebombs in coordination with one another. Now, we might want to use an Estus now. I feel kind of trapped here. Oh, well, sucks for you, man. Cut him down. There actually is there's a better shield, I think, that I abandoned down there. Like the eagle shield. Not the eagle shield, the wooden shield? I can't remember. Again, I don't really know where all the equipment is in this game. But with these guys done, we still have 5 Estus with one more fairly difficult spell ahead of us, I would say. Just gonna use our master key, pop into here, and get our gold pine resin. Don't even F with me, dudes. I could probably just take them out from afar with the fire bombs, actually. But I'm gonna save those and use those on the big angry pig that we're gonna fight a little bit later. Very shortly after this, actually. Now, if I remember correctly, there's dudes up here. Can't believe that dude was gonna shoot me point blank in the chest with a crossbow bolt. Nice try, my friend. You are now dead. And we should have guys, what I like to do here is just slowly get them to come up here one by one. And if I can get him to attack me, or at least get a little closer, I would feel better about this. Because I can kill him in probably 4 hits. He tried to Estus there, which was a silly decision on his part. Love the ragdolling in this game. Come at me, sword bro. Free kill. That guy's not going to be able to do any damage. And free backstab? No, not quite. But he's going to die regardless. Parrying efficacy is feeling pretty strong right now, I gotta say. I mean, we are still super early. Thank you for the long sword. That might actually be better than the broadsword, but weapons aren't that important. I'm obviously not going to fight that Black Knight right now. That seems like a silly decision. We might as well trigger this trap. So we might as well trigger this trap. There we go. And then fight the skeleton. And we might be able to get that Titanite slug here. That should tell you that I've forgotten the official name. He has a Titanite shard on him, which I don't know if that's planned or if that's just good luck on my part. Where is the Titanite? Okay, that's obviously where, what is that? The guy with the dragon tooth. That's where Havel is. Is there Titanite bug over here? Or is he on the next floor? Or is he in this barrel? Okay, I think he's on the next floor. Let's see here. I believe he's here. In which case, good on that message. Kill him! Don't let him get away! He's too valuable! It's like seeing a vagrant. Oh, couple more? I'm out of stamina! There's nowhere to run, my friend. Nowhere to hide, except next to a wall, apparently. Now he gives us Twinkling Titanite and some large Titanite shards, just going to allow us to upgrade our weapons a little bit faster. I hate to do this, but I'm going to burn an Estus flask here. Haven't been playing so hot. So I'm probably going to only have like 2 or 3 Estus to take out the Titanite demon. And I haven't fought this boss in a long time, so things could get a little bit tricky against him. But that's okay. That's what we're here for, you know? Dark Souls isn't an easy game, by any stretch of the imagination. And failure is acceptable. So those dudes are deceased. Now, here's what we do. I gotta get ready for this. Immediately, we're gonna put on gold pine resin. Then we're gonna run for this. We're gonna climb up this ladder, and he's not gonna hit us off. And we have to hit down to get our Estus done as well. So let's climb down here. Run about to the middle of the map. I'd say I feel comfortable with about right here. This only lasts for about 30 seconds or a minute. Now we run. And we climb this as soon as possible and avoid the epic music. Outrun the strings! Wish I could maximize my ladder climbing skill. That would be something that I would invest in. Just to make me feel a little bit less scared about this game. Okay, fall down. I'm not sure if I should have two-handed that, actually. Now, fight becomes real. Might as well lock onto him just to make sure the camera doesn't F up. Big problem here is getting knocked off the edge. But every hit is doing a ton of damage. Just make sure I'm not putting myself in a position where I can be knocked off the edge. I could basically just hammer him in the dick, and he'd probably die. Especially with gold pine resin active. And now he's stunned, and now he's gonna die if I hit him a couple more times. There we go. Very easy boss fights, the way I handled it anyway. Took me probably 2 hours the first time I did it, but, you know, that's Dark Souls in a nutshell. Progress becomes much easier to make. And with 2 humanity, I could hold on to this or eventually try to invest it. Praise the sun. Indeed, my friends. Praise the sun indeeds. Indeeds? Indeeds. Again, I don't always know what I'm talking about. Isn't there something over here? There's a large soul of a lost undead. We can use that to level up a few times, if we so choose. And oh, yeah, right, dragon area. First things first, though, we're going to talk to Solaire. And actually, while Solaire is talking, I am going to take a quick break. After he finishes his first dialogue, I'm going to take a quick break and use the little boys' room. But again, thank you guys for joining me. And once he finishes talking, I will put up a bumper and then be back in a second. In the meantime, though, we might as well get a look at this man's glorious face. I always worry that I'm gonna mess up the dialogue tree with Solaire and never get the white sign soapstone. But it's never happened yet so far. But in any case, again, I'll be back in a second. Thank you guys for joining me so far. And I'm gonna try to figure out which scene is correct to use here. And we're back. So, oh god, it's too. Oh, Solaire, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to click on you. Let's get that mouse pointer off the screen. That could have gone absolutely horribly, very, very quickly. But let's talk to him again. I'm glad I didn't scare you, to be quite honest, Solaire. Seems like I might have accidentally tried to kill you there. Oh god, I didn't see his dialogue. Yes. You are correct, Solaire. Our fates do appear to be intertwined. You're gonna help me beat the Gargoyles and Ornstein and Smo. Everyone's gonna be happy. I have the biggest man crush on Northern Lion LP. Yes, I should really read the dialogue. Good. Thank you for giving me the White Sign Soapstone. I have the biggest man crush on Northern Lion LP in the least homosexual way possible. Thank you, the Ice King. Also a fan of Adventure Time, it seems. Solaire is my spirit animal. Our urinary needs are in sync, Ryan. This sucks, I just peed like 2 seconds before you left. Don't tell your viewers to like the stream while you're urinating. That's probably a good idea as well. Alright, give me the White Sign Soapstone, Solaire. I don't mean to skip through your dialogue, but, do we have it now? Let me check my equipment. I was not paying attention. We'll replace the Soul of the Lost Undead with the White Sign Soapstone. So we can leave our summon sign and also have other people summoned. Or also summon other people. I guess we don't need the White Sign Soapstone in order to do that. Now, this is always a tricky part in every single run. We're just going to make sure that we get across this bridge without getting burned. So, might seem silly, but I am going to take a precaution here and Estus up. Just to make sure. This is one of the few times in Dark Souls, the few points in Dark Souls I should say, where it kind of feels like luck is a big factor in your success. Like, you just really want to make sure that you don't get hit by any of those dudes as you're walking over the bridge. And this is actually one of the more difficult parts in the game, especially for new players. Just managing to get to the next bonfire, which is not super far away, but is, you know, a little bit of a walk. And again, we could get the Drake Sword here if we chose, but I'm not going to worry too much about that. Is this guy going to make up your mind? Okay, you going to leave or you going to come back? You going to come back? Okay. I'm just letting you know, I'm going to kick you off the fucking building very soon. Make up your mind before I start singing a Toadies song, please. Well, what did I tell you was gonna happen? Motherfucking a Toadoso. Do we have a bonfire over here? I don't think so. Whenever I see, like, a new... Oh, don't get poisoned. This is a silly time. One rat at a time, please. Whenever I see a new streamer playing Dark Souls, this is a fairly common spot to get stuck at. Don't get knocked off the edge! Oh, okay. We're alright. And, you know, with good reason. There's some difficult stuff that's going to be happening through here. Might as well try not to get infected by bleed. Now, the real question is it uphill? Or, like, this is where we meet that asshole boar, which is always a problem. Yeah, but the bonfire is actually fairly far away. I kind of feel like I should... Is there a shortcut that I missed opening? I don't think so. I may actually die here with so few Estus remaining. Because the bonfire is super far away. Every time I do a Dark Souls run, this is a fairly, you know, tricky part for me to get through. If I was just going to do it slowly, I'd probably be much better off. But I always have a tendency to rush a little bit, as you might expect. These guys are going to come at me basically one at a time, which makes things a little bit easier. We should be able to take out that demon just by using the fire bombs. But this bonfire is a long way away. This is when the game starts to get a little punishing. In the meantime, though, it's gone well so far. You are dead. If only they could drop Estus flasks. Am I right? Probably not. That would probably totally upset the balance. Okay. Just as long as the boar doesn't hit me, I should be okay here. I'll goad him into an attack. Nice parry. He's dead. Parry was so nice they named it Matthew. And we get a spear, which I could use, but won't. Boar's probably gonna rush at me. No, he is none the wiser. Again, I've been playing so many stealth action games lately. Can't even front. Now, this is a tricky spot. This is a part where I tend to take a lot of damage, but if we can just get this guy to go down the stairs, things will be easier for us. Otherwise, like, these arrows are gonna be in range of us. But if I can kill him quickly enough... Oh, never mind. We are gonna take a substantial amount of damage right away. But maybe this will lure him into a false sense of security. It might be wise of me to go back. If I could just push him towards the edge, that'd be cool too. Apparently I got shot in the back there. Not cool, game. I hate this part. That felt like a worthwhile backstab to me. There we go. He should be dead. No, he's not, but he's close. And that's all that matters. Except that's literally none of what matters. But in that Estus, he has now died. Okay. Now we take out these guys. With only one Estus remaining, we have a lot of enemies to get through. Especially now that I just drank that Estus because I tried to use X to do a melee attack. Which is pretty silly. Again, playing too much Metal Gear. I can't believe I managed to let that guy Estus. Doesn't matter though, he's dead. What you really just don't want to do is knock these duders off the edge. Because in doing so, that will create more problems for you on the other side of things. This guy's not so bad, you can usually get the boar to kill him. But I really don't want to knock him off the edge regardless. Alright, he's dead. This has not been fantastic play, but we're still doing alright. At the very least, if we kill this boar, we can just go back. Oh, the alluring skulls are what we want to kill the boar, not the black fire bombs. What was I thinking? So we quickly go to our equipment, and we get rid of the black fire bombs. We put alluring skulls there. Now, the other thing here is don't accidentally throw yourself off the edge. But you throw the alluring skull, the boar walks into the fire, and everybody's happy. Except me, because I only have one Estus flask, and we have a fairly substantial time ahead of us. But I could, if I so chose, use humanity to heal and save me a little bit of time. Kind of a risky strategy. But again, it all depends whether I want to go quickly through the game or be a little bit more patient and probably sustainable. Is he dead? No, needs a little bit more. I like how Windows Live defaults to having... I don't even know where that guy came from. He must have come from the other area. He might give us the Fangbore helmet, too. I think that's what it's called. Yeah, let's put humanity up here. I really don't want to use humanity to get through this next section because I'm going to need it later on in the game, but sometimes you don't have a choice. If I go slowly through this part, I might be able to be okay. What I really should have done is... Oh, do you even have the ability... Oh, Jesus Christ. Do you even have the ability to kindle bonfires by this point in the game? I can't remember. You might not. I think it's smart to pop a humanity. I hate to do it. I might wait until we get a little bit lower. Where did that guy run? There was a second dude up here. He's with his friends. Alright, come on down. I should really probably err on the side of caution and keep my shield out. Otherwise, one hit is probably enough to kill me. You're the next contestant on Dark Souls. Please, come on down. Or not. Okay. I only want to know, is there another dude up here? Because if I get ambushed again, one hit's probably enough to kill me. Oh, there is indeed. Smart guy. Now we'll just kill him. With only one dude remaining, I feel less concerned. For better or worse. I still think we should use the humanity. I'm fighting the inevitable. I know I'm gonna have to use it, but in my head I'm like, don't do it. Okay, we're gonna pop it. Then we're gonna fight this guy. There's some treasure to be had over here. Might have to waste a couple humanity getting to this bonfire, but it's better than backtracking at this point, in my opinion. Mystery key. I forget what this opens actually. It might be the cage that Lautrec is trapped in. Just trying to remember names here at this point. Like I said, been a long time since I was in the know in the Dark Souls community. I guess that guy got lucky and didn't take all of our damage there. So our item... What am I even saying? That's stuttering, man. Our item finding stat has to be through the roof right now. Large Soul of the Lost Undead. Was it worth it? Probably not. We will be able to level up a few times, though, get some endurance and possibly some vitality, which are both, you know, pretty vital statistics or attributes as we move forward. By the way, again, thank you to all you guys for coming out and watching the stream so far. It looks like there's about 1,500, which is more than I expected. I feel like I always say that, but it's always, like, it always surprises me when people come out for these streams. Because to me, I'm just like, hey, I'm hanging out playing some video games. What are you doing? Watching me hang out play video games? I should shower and shave and stuff. Okay, you hit me. Come on, hit me. I want you to... That was a weirdly timed kick. Should work out, though. I shouldn't have gone for the parry there. I actually just meant to block. But he's dead. Things are going to get real tough, though, once we start dealing with these Baller Knights. Or Balder Knights. But as Epic Name Bro says, Baller Knights. Just wanted to cut through this guy's shit before that happened, basically. No. No. Shia LaBeouf. .mp3. Quickly. Pop the humanity. This is the last difficult enemy. Oh my god, what? How did he get procced? Or how did he figure me out? Now things become a race to the finish in true Smash Bros. Style. I had no idea that that guy could actually get behind me. That's the first time I've had that happen ever. Alright, that was probably the most clutch roll I've ever done in my entire life. Now, assuming we can just stay away from these guys. Oh god, they're chasing me. They're chasing me, but I have humanity. All I gotta do is get to the bonfire, just run. I've got time. Okay, I've got time. I think we're gonna make it A-okay. Alright, well that was scary. Don't just light the bonfire. Sit at it, please. Whew, alright. Not so great, but we made it. Now let's pump up our endurance a little bit more. I get that levels aren't super important in Dark Souls, but I'd love to have a little bit more encumbrance so I could still do the fast roll while having more equipment on, and thus take less damage and also have a little bit more life to absorb hits. I think that's pretty obvious, but in any case, what do I want to do here? Maybe put our helmet on? What's our encumbrance at? 26.8 out of 58. Helmet is going to be a little bit too much, I think. Let's check. 31 out of 58. Yeah, that's not good. Let's unequip item. Whatever, we'll roll with it as it has been so far. Can we... No need to kindle the bonfire. We still have gold pine resin. Let us make our way. I wonder if I have to kill that Balder again. I don't think I do. But I've never been in a situation where I just sprinted past those guys without actually dealing with them. I've sprinted past these guys without dealing with them about 50,000 times, but never the other way around. So, my general tactic for dealing with that guy is just two-hand your weapon. If I take damage now, it's not the end of the world. We're basically, our MO here, or our reason of being, I guess, is going to be killing this Black Knight in here, getting the Firekeeper Soul, and unlocking the shortcut to Firelink Shrine, which is going to be very big for us in our progress, because this is going to be an important shortcut, and, you know, Undead Parish is kind of like a hub world of sorts. Anyway, yes, come at me, Big Black Knight. We're going to run out here and fight him out here so I don't have to deal with the Summoner at the same time. Or the Channeler, sorry. Alright, you can figure me out, I'm sure. I've never used gold pine resin for this fight before. I wonder if that would actually be useful, because as is, dude takes a while to kill. But, you know, you have to kill him, basically, unless you want to deal with him forever. He's almost half dead. So far, so good, I would say. Ah, I hit his shield there, sadly. But we're basically just trying to provoke him into an attack. That was a lucky roll. I guess I still somehow internally know about the invincibility frames in Dark Souls. And the big trick for fighting this guy is, you know, let off, like, don't hold your shield up all the time. Even in small bursts, recovering a bit of your stamina is basically essential. Because once he gets you in a combo, you find yourself in a pretty rough spot. Even if I'm only doing 15 damage per attack, eventually he will fall. I promise you that. I don't think he can Estus either, so it's kind of a risky two-hand right there. But this should do it. Alrighty then. Fairly good fight there. I'm starting to feel like I got my mojo back a little bit. And we pick up a Titanite Shard. Not the greatest upgrade we could possibly get, but not terrible either. Let's continue onwards. I've been seeing, like, basically no feedback, by the way. So I'm just assuming that everything's going well, assuming the stream's still going strong. Kind of got tunnel vision on ye old Dark Souls right now. So let's see what's going on Twitter. We shall see. Last comment I saw was from 14 minutes ago. Because YouTube chat has stopped updating, because it's awesome. Oh, I didn't even kick the ladder under the bridge. I totally forgot that I didn't open the shortcut to, that's so silly. I didn't open the shortcut to, between Undeadburg and, like, that ladder. That's so easy to not do that is really, really silly. I apologize for that, but, you know, I'm only hurting myself, I guess, in the long run. So this is going to give me 10 Estus. The real question is, do I want to turn human right now? Or do I want to go through the parish, clear out the channeler and stuff like that, then come back, turn human, and sprint to Solaire? Because there is This area has kind of a reputation for being twinked in the sense that, not the incredibly, possibly derogatory sense of the word, but the sense of the word where people create like really good characters using trainers or just their own skill, which is valid, and then come and invade you in one of the early areas in the game. Because, you know, that's part of Dark Souls. Man, my guy looks hideous. That's part of the Dark Souls, you know, is trial by fire. I don't necessarily agree with it 100%, but that's the way the cookie crumbles. You know, the game is unfair in basically all aspects. I shouldn't say unfair, because that does send a negative impression. What the game is, it's difficult and punishing. So obviously, I guess if we do a jumping attack, he can't parry it. I remember that little bit of Dark Souls trivia that helped me out a lot in dealing with these guys. No joke, these guys are tough. I've died to these guys like as late as Sen's Fortress, and I feel bad about it every single time. But, you know, shit happens. I just want to kill this guy because right now, there's probably like 30 undeads coming after us, or hollows, undead hollows. Don't quite remember all of the names here. Oh, really? You're gonna do that? What a cheeser! Is he gonna do it again? No, he's just gonna fall. Okay. And again, Estus not that big of a deal, because basically all we're going to do here is try to take out the channeler. First things first, we got to take out, I would say, all of the undead that are going to come after us. He has noticed us because he's doing the dance now. Have the undead noticed us? I never know what that dance does. It's like a buff for the undead or something. But I am going to watch out for that magic missile, which is the most annoying thing in the goddamn world, if I remember correctly. So come at me. Undead hollows. Bad damage for me to be taking. Really shouldn't take any damage against these guys, but again, I'm not going for the boss just yet, so it's not the end of the world if I take a little damage against these guys. Thank you, camera. Well, I no one to blame myself for putting myself in that position, but camera nonetheless a little annoying there. So we're just gonna kill all these guys, then we're gonna Estus up, fight the channeler, and free Lautrec, I guess, because we want to get his Ring of Favor and Protection later. Oh my god, there's more. And there's actually some miracle resonance here as well. Do these guys actually fit through? Apparently not. Oh, the channeler's trying. This would be a great opportunity to use some fire bombs, but I put them away. Sadly. Does one fit through? This is a scary place to be right now. He can't seem to shoot through the wall. Have I now opened the floodgates of hell? Can they get through here? Who would have thought the undead would be stopped by a single small ledge? Now they're probably all going to get through. The floodgates, I assume, are open now. Can't be impatient, man. Dark Souls is all about being patient. And also memorizing enemy patterns, which apparently I've completely forgotten. Oh man, that was real... Oh, gold pine resin! That's not Estus! That ain't Falco. I almost got wombo comboed myself there. I do have gold pine resin now, though. So cool. It should at least one-shot these guys. Kind of a lame mistake to make, but in my defense, my microphone is like directly in front of where the Estus is on my screen. Now we should only have the channeler, and who knows, with gold pine resin, maybe he's going to be easier to take out. Maybe? I guess I took him out in 2 hits, so I'm going to go ahead and say yes for that. We still have to get the Firekeeper Soul as well. Whether we redeem that or not, I guess, is up to us. And we have one more baller as well. Oh, that was real fast, actually. These guys are quick. I'm just going to Estus up here for a second. I can't pause the game, actually, but just give me a second here. We'll let this happen. Oh, it's going to be a little tight. We're both going to Estus here. And we'll continue our battle. And there we go. I actually just heard a knock at the door, so I'm just going to turn off the audio for a second and go check up on that. Sadly, bad timing. I'll be back in like 2 seconds. Alright, sorry about that. I am back. Sorry, we got a couple of packages that we've been waiting for some time. Let's click on the Dark Souls window. Alright. Progress to be made now. Lautrec must be revealed and then eventually destroyed, although it doesn't necessarily have to happen right now. But that Ring of Favor and Protection is super useful. Do I really want to fight him at, you know, the place where we're at right now? Maybe, maybe not. I would like to help you out, please. There you go. And then you can leave. I guess I have to talk to him before you can leave or something like that. Yes, I know who you are. That's cool. Are you going to laugh at me? I love your evil laugh, Lautrec. Whatever. I think that's good enough. In any case, let's continue moving onwards here. What do we have to do? I don't know if well, that guy probably has something of note. I never get this guy, though. He's not part of my normal routine. The real sad part of this is going to be I'm going to lose a bunch of humanity, sadly, if I turn human and die before we get to the gargoyles. But I have cleared out most of the dangerous stuff over here. So, provided I just exit downwards. I mean, I could just roll off the edge here, but that's not a smart or sustainable way of doing things. We're going to go through these undead again. I'm going to turn human at Firelink Shrine. We're going to try to summon Solaire. And, you know, we'll see what happens. But in the meantime, here's our shortcut down to Firelink Shrine. How's everybody doing? Be sure to ping me up on Twitter if you are, you know, you got comments about the stream or you're enjoying, because my YouTube chat apparently refuses to upload. So again, or update, I should say. So again, I'm just assuming everyone's A-okay. And as we take these long elevator rides, quality drop and stream dropping frequently for me. Someone is at the door, knock knock, motherfuckers. I don't even know, man. Anyway. We are going to continue onwards. I need the 10 Estus Flask here desperately. In addition to that, it's probably also a pretty good idea for me to go back to Andre and upgrade my sword, although I don't necessarily have to do it now. And after Gargoyles comes Lower Undeadburg, which means I have to go back to Firelink Shrine and go up through Undeadburg anyway. First things first, let's level up. Might as well take one more level of vitality for now. Level 16 at this point in the game, totally fine. We'll reverse hollowing, and now, once I take this elevator back up, there's going to be a fairly strong risk of invasion, which I'm not super psyched for. But at least I look like a normal dude now, if albeit a little bit shinier than usual. So I'm going to try to summon Solaire. If there's other summon signs up there for people, I'll try to summon them as well. But I don't know if the PC version is better at connecting than the Xbox version, which had a lot of problems and was very, very spotty, both for invasions and for, you know, epic cooperation. But, you know, we'll do our best here, regardless. I'm now taking the elevator up, which means I'm checking Twitter. Kind of looks a little bit like me. If I was, you know, a dragon-fighting monster and had completely soulless eyes. Talk to Lautrec. Black lines are back. I don't know what to do about that. Sometimes there's going to be, you know, things that just appear on the screen. We're going to continue moving onwards here, and I'm going to basically rush up to this boss as fast as I can go. But in the meantime, you know, we actually have to deal with this jerkwad again. I thought he wouldn't respawn. I don't know why I thought that, though. That seems pretty silly of me. Alright, so I've taken a lot of damage like an idiot. We're going to... I tried to do a jumping attack on him there, but it didn't really work. The thing is, I just have to remember that it's very important to have patience. So if this guy takes a minute to kill, so be it, you know? Once you get out of Dark Souls, it's hard to get back into it for that reason, basically. So I Estus'd and he didn't, which means I win that battle. In the meantime, he's going to totally whiff on his shots, where I'm going to do 12 damage, so I'm not sweating it. I'm trying to get around for a cheesy backstab. Now half price at Applebee's. Dude, you gotta move. I've gotta Estus. Okay, he's gonna rush me, and he took off basically all of my Estus. Which means we might want to go back to Firelink Shrine. Nah, we're probably gonna be okay regardless. Now would be a good time for you to choose to Estus, indeed. Now we will slay you, and crisis averted. Alright, so I only used 3 Estus flasks to kill the Balder there, which is absolutely horrible. Oh, I would love to summon you. Where did it go? You were the chosen one. You were meant to bring balance to me trying to beat the gargoyles. I forgot that there's many of these guys. I knew that much. What I forgot is that there's some up there that will chase you down. I thought maybe you could just bum rush it. Almost makes me want to use a homeward bone, to be honest with you. I don't want to move too far backwards here for that exact reason. Alright, now we've got some issues. Obviously, you know, this is not where I want to be. Almost certainly going to die here. There we go. That was abysmal. That was a nasty way to die. But again, what was that from? Entirely being impatient like a damn idiot. That was a total disaster. That's earlier than I died in my Let's Play. And of course I died after going human, so I burned like 6 humanity there. But what we're gonna do now, we're gonna turn human. Because I have a little extra humanity. Again, cannot stress enough. It was just stupid thinking, basically. I was like, you know what we should do is just run past those undead so I don't have to deal with them. Immediately, oh, I don't trust you, club man. I was thinking, like, we'll just run past those guys because the Balder took me so long to kill that maybe it would be in my best interest to just speed through the game as fast as possible. Not a smart idea when you're not as skilled at Dark Souls as you used to be, maybe. But whatever. Now the fun starts. Let's go back and try to get that. We'll try to get our souls and humanity. Souls don't bother me. It's the humanity that bothers me. Oh, the humanity. And I'm sure Twitter's blowing up right now. People calling me a ding-dong. Someone's asking me about dual streaming. I'm not sure what's up with that. Would you be interested in dual streaming on YouTube and Twitch simultaneously? Maybe in the future, but I don't know if my internet can handle it, to be honest with you. This crazy mic, feel free to join me. Now I'm angry now. Your kin sort of killed me. The backstab, at the very least, was what did me in. This crazy mic, are you here? It doesn't have voice chat on natively, right? Like, otherwise he's gonna hear me streaming. Maybe that's okay. I mean, you know, a couple thousand of you are hearing me streaming, and that's going all right. Now just don't die here, and everyone is okay. I really thought that was going to be an angry phantom. Oh, there's another summon sign here, so let's click this up. Schnitzel DX12. I like his style, man. That other summon sign disappeared, which means he might be entering our world any second now, or he might have totally glitched out. Alright, first things first. Trigger some enemies, come back here. You know, I've done this like 1,000 times. The fact that I've fucked it up so bad is pretty disappointing. So Epic Irish guy is now going to be our new summoning target. Just wanted to make sure I didn't get hit by the undead there as I came through, which would have obviously been bad for business. We've only got to kill about 1,000 of these guys. The good news is, if it's difficult to summon, it's probably difficult to invade me as well, which is probably more valuable, because at least I can summon Solaire. Although I would love to summon help for the Quelaag fight in Blighttown, which is sometimes a little bit tricky. And if I can continue doing just a little bit of damage to these guys each swing, that's okay by me. Eventually this crowd control is going to add up. Holy crap, they almost basically just kept me stun-locked there. Got 3 summoning fails in a row. I did get a bunch of tweets, thank you by the way, saying that summoning is as difficult on the PC as it is on 360. Which is really crazy because I was watching Josh's stream the other day, and he was like streaming with Green9090, who's another like YouTube personality. He does a lot of Isaac and roguelike stuff. And they had gotten together, like they were talking together, and they had managed to summon each other into the game. I remember when I was playing this on the 360, one of my friends had Dark Souls as well, and we spent like an hour trying to make it work. Anyway, retrieved. That's positive. We can beat this fairly easily with just Solaire in all likelihood. It's a lady there with hair of fire. There's usually a lot of summon signs up right here too, on like the ledge across from this. Hey, Phantom Schnitzel DX12 is here. Maybe I can get him to come down. I wonder if he's watching the stream right now. It seems pretty unlikely. But that'd be cool. Yeah, what's up, buddy? Frame rate is dying. Hopefully this doesn't cause the stream to die. I doubt it would. Is he still coming? Where's he at? Oh, that's what's going on here. Okay. So what we're going to do... Oh, he's right there. Alright. Well, host advantage. Basically, just if I don't die, we're going to be okay here. Wow, I'm not sure what happened there, but... You know, thanks for playing, Dark Spirit. I'm going to pick up this stuff right here. And I tried to summon Solaire. Solaire should be coming any second now. That was one of the worst invasions I've ever seen. It doesn't necessarily mean that dude was bad, but, Solaire? Solaire! I guess Solaire cannot be summoned. Alright. In that case, I guess we will traverse... Oh, there he is. That's not Solaire, that's Epic Irish Guy. Alright, well, as always, we will bow to be polite. That was a weird series of events, but we are going to be A-okay against these gargoyles, I'm guessing, so let's traverse the white light. It's taken me a little bit longer than I expected to be, you know, adequate here. We're at an hour, and I'm only about to beat the gargoyles, which is pretty dang slow. But hey, that first bell ringing, it's pretty important. First invasion conquered, by the way. If you decided you are interested, ask verbal processing for details when you have a chance. I know he dual streams. Well, I like Ian, so yeah, we'll talk sometimes. Anyway, people are asking me some kind of specific questions, like how would I recommend getting into the YouTube game right now? Those are questions I would save a little bit later for the stream, when I'll be doing a Twitter Ask Me Anything, basically. At which time I can answer those questions in a little bit more detail. Alright, let's try not to get killed right off the bat, shall we? I'm gonna kind of be a scumbag here, probably, and just let my, my summons do most of the damage. I mean, the gargoyles are not that bad. I just don't want to totally ruin their chance to get humanity and souls by falling off the edge like an idiot. Anyway, first bell gargoyle is dead. That was super easy. Second one didn't even get a chance to come to life before the first one died. Anyway, easy. Oh my god, he killed it in like one shot. That's a little cheesy, but thank you nonetheless, guys. You made this progress very easy on me. What is this sign? Just a random shield. Did he leave me a weapon? Priscilla's dagger +1. Alright. I'm normally not a fan of taking weapons that the phantoms drop for you because I find it a little bit cheesy. You know, they give you like the best weapon in the game or something very early. I don't really want that. I want to go through Dark Souls on my own, if you will. Bless you. In any case, is that dude there yet? No, he's not. Is it Kareem? Kareem Abdul-Jabbar is the dude. No, I've forgotten. Oswald, right? Oswald of Kareem absolves all of our sins. I don't know why I said all of my skills. Climb the ladder. Don't fall off the edge. What percentage of people do you think are so excited that they just fall off the edge here? I'm inclined to say like 1%, but I'm also inclined to say that maybe people are always so careful when they come through here, because most of the time it's like, holy shit, I just beat the gargoyles for the first time. This is amazing. We did get a message. I'm not going to check it on stream, though, because I'm worried about interactions that Games for Windows Live has. So far, so fairly good on this run. I wish there was a way to turn unhuman after you've already become human. I don't really like dealing with Undeadburg as a human, because lower Undeadburg, you know, is already fairly difficult in its own right. The only thing that is nice about it, man, his hands probably hurt after that. The only thing that's nice about lower Undeadburg is that you're kind of unlikely, wary of head. You're unlikely to be invaded because it's a fairly short area, so invaders don't tend to go there, but, you know, I forgot about this. Well, I mean, I remember this guy, but I forgot about his sweet gesture. Anyway, I just want to learn that gesture. Well, what is it? That's great if you are planning on being a Dark Wraith. So we're not going to purchase... You know, I should probably purchase some Purging Stones, but we could just come back here later, and it'll be fairly easy for us. So... there comes the bell ringing. I'm not sure if that's ours or somebody else's. Let's switch out the prayer with the, well, what is it gesture. Oh, yeah. All right. That means we are about a quarter of the way to becoming a Dark Wraith. I say a quarter. There's not that much more we have to do. Lower Undeadburg, Blight Town, Sen's Fortress. We have to beat Sif, and then we have to beat the Abyss. And Orlando, of course. Freezing Fire, the... invader sent me a message. I'm sure, you know, if he knows that the stream's going on, he's probably like, hey, thanks for letting me come on. There was some lag, blah, blah, but whatever, dude. If he doesn't know that the stream's going on, he's probably like, you got so lucky through host advantage, motherfucker. You don't even know. I would so have your broadsword cheesing ass if you would just not, like, block the ports to your routers for backstabs to come in. I got incredibly full of saliva as I was saying that. So we're going to go down here, I'm going to rest at this bonfire, and very quickly I'm going to get some new water. So I'll mute the stream just for a second, and then we'll get back in here and try to handle lower Undeadburg. And I will be giving away some copies of games a little bit later. Like I said earlier, I've got copies of Anodyne plus the soundtrack. Anodyne's a pretty nice game. If you are not familiar with it yet, hopefully you will be soon, because I will be playing that towards the back end of this stream. And in addition to that, I have copies of Highborn, which is that turn-based strategy game that came out on Steam last week that I can give away as well. Quite like both of those games, actually. So I really should level up my weapon at some point on at Andre. Instead, what I'm going to do is just put some more points into Endurance, put some more points into Vitality, and then I'm going to mute the stream and get some more water. So I'll be back in a second. Alright, sorry for that delay. I am indeed back now, so let's get that mouse pointer off the screen and proceed onwards, shall we? What are we going to now? Lower on Deadberg. I don't know if not opening up that shortcut is going to hurt us too much. I think all I have to do here is basically speed my way back through here, go through regular on Deadberg, open the shortcut, and then I'll be okay. But it's going to take us a second to get back there. You know, if this is your first trip through Lordran, aka Dark Souls, there's a fair amount of backtracking that's involved in this game, for better or for worse. It feels a lot better. Oh man, your first time through the game, because it's not really backtracking at that point. It kind of feels like you're like, whoa, I finally completed this amazing part, and I'm able to get back to where I was before. Now I'm much stronger. I know exactly what I'm doing. But you know, when you're watching someone who sort of knows what they're doing, not entirely clearly, but sort of knows what they're doing, then it loses a little bit of that magic. Are you still throwing fireballs at me? How about I just push you off the edge or something? You're still going to do damage to me, you dinglehorn. Anyway, free parry, but because he is up on the stairs there, I was not able to riposte. So, we're going to come up here, and again, Ring of Sacrifice, not really all that appealing to me. Eventually, we will stop using our standard weapon. This might be a good time for me to get the Uchi Katana, if I'm planning on going for a dexterity build, but I'm not 100% sure if that's indeed what I'm going to do. So, we'll come up here. I should probably get some of my stamina back before we do that. But in any case, I mean, the thing with Dark Souls, as you probably know if you're watching this, is that, you know, anything can be a hazard. Even these early enemies can be a hazard. So it's not necessarily good for me to just rush through these areas, but if you sort of know what you're doing, you can be okay. For example, just don't get too close to the edge here. Get ready for that dude. And with him now chopped down, it should be time for us to... Again, if I want to kill that dude and get the Uchi Katana, I can do so. I'm probably going to do that, because I don't think I got the red sign soapstone either. So that would be a pretty smart thing to get a handle on quickly. Still have that bow. I will use that at some point. I'm just trying to remember where. If you're not getting the Drake sword, then, you know, I'm definitely going to use the bow in Anor Londo, at least, assuming I have the dexterity necessary. Because it helps to get a free kill on a Titanite, not a Titanite demon, Lightning Demon. These guys are now 3-shottable, I guess. Which is not so bad. That was real bad, though. Thing about parrying is I like parrying those dudes because you also get, wow, that crossbow bolt went right through my body. But I like parrying because you also get a little bit of invincibility, which makes it easier to deal with Crossbow Man up here, who is otherwise sometimes kind of a pain in the dick. We still have a lot of Estus, so I think this is a fairly easy time for us. And we still have a little gold pine resin, too. But I'm going to want, if I'm going to fight Capra Demon and succeed, might want to go invest in some charcoal pine resin in a little bit. But anyway, hey, we'll kick you. And then go to town and completely fuck it up. Let's try that again. I really don't want to get backstabbed by his buddy is the thing. But that should be a free kill. And then this dude. Alright, come at me. Do that, then I'll stab you through the sternum. Everybody's happy. All right. Lower on Deadburg is probably my second least favorite area in the game. My least favorite, without a shadow of a doubt, being, what was I going to say? New Londo Ruins. I absolutely hate New Londo Ruins. But anyway. Cut him up. Now, just be careful here. I don't want this guy to hit me. But he's going to be an easy enough kill in his own right. So, pick up the Residence Key, the Humanity, the Orange Guidance Soapstone. And the Uchi Katana, which I will probably use a little bit later. I don't want to really commit to a build just yet, but I do, like, standard run the Lightning Uchi Katana with a pseudo dexterity build. But I focus, like, when you're doing a fairly low level build, then you usually focus most of your efforts on, what was I going to say? Focus most of your efforts on vitality and endurance. At least I do, in my experience. But I don't know how the metagame has changed since then, so who knows. Maybe I don't want to rest at that bonfire yet. That doesn't really do me any good except respawning all the enemies, considering I already have enough Estus. So what we're just going to do here is try not to get backstabbed like I basically just did. We do get invincibility frames during the backstab as well, which is super important. If you can make it happen. If you can't make it happen, well, there's not too much point in dwelling on it, is there? Let's just come through here, kill this guy, and then we get a shortcut to Fireling Shrine, and I will probably go back to Fireling Shrine. Stop throwing the firebombs at me, you donguses. Does not... Oh, we have to go back the other way. Oh, now I remember why you have to get that shortcut. I don't want to join your party, the Iceman. I'm sorry. I'm live streaming right now. Real question is, don't be impatient. It's a real quandary for me at this point in the game, because I want to speed through things, but I should not do that. I really should have opened that shortcut earlier. This is silly that I have to go through this, but it's my own fault. So that's, you know, live and learn, basically. Sonic CD style. Was Sonic CD in Live and Learn? Or was that just Super Smash Bros. Melee? Or Brawl? I've forgotten. I don't think they commissioned a special Sonic song exclusively for Brawl. Let's make our way down here. Looks like Kate is now with us, and she's going to be updating the chat. So look for ProBox Studio in the YouTube chat. Kate might provide you with some insights into what the heck is happening here. It's good if you're playing Dark Souls to have someone to manage the chat, because, you know, as is... I thought about going for a parry there. That would have been silly, though. I might be dead right now if I had done that. You know, it's a game where you're definitely, you know, distracted most of the time. Thank you for both choosing to attack at the same time, thus making that very easy for me. This is not fantastic play so far. But I'm still, I mean, I've only died once, which is not abysmal, all things considered. I normally have to look up how to actually get to lower on Deadburg, but I think I've done it so much now that it's not so bad anymore. As for Covenant, I'm probably just going to be going straight to the Dark Wraiths. I don't think I'm going to sweat getting to, like, going into the Sunbros or something first and then going into... Because, I mean, you need to do some Jolly Cooperation before that, right? Like, you need to get 10 Sunlight Medals or something. I can't remember exactly, because right now I, like, almost always go exclusively straight towards the Dark Wraiths. That's okay, though. Is this where I want to be? No, we don't. Yes, we do want to be here. Okay. So, this will open the door... Oh my god, every single time. This is why I wish I had the chat updated, because now I realize what I have to do. This is something I actually do forget every single time. The real question is it faster to do it this way or to do it another way? I wish I was making this up, but every single time I play Dark Souls, even, you know, given the fact that I've played it through so many times, I always forget to get this motherfucker's key on the Undead Parish. It's one of the major complaints I have about this game, is that it makes this one weird item compulsory if you want to finish the game. But we'll be there in a second. I apologize for the delay in that. That is not a result of me getting distracted. That's just a result of me being a slow learner, apparently. So, oh, I didn't want to do that. I just wanted to kick you, actually. There we go. Then we will fight the jerkwads over here. Bring it on, you rat bastards. Oh, almost got infected with bleed there. Now, just play it cool. Don't let the rats get you down. This is not the proper way to handle it. Are they even going to be able to get over here? No, one of them's going to push the other one off. That's one way to deal with things, I guess. We can push the other one off ourselves. That's actually kind of an easier way of dealing with them than I normally do. So let's come through here. Murder these bros. Alright, come on. You rat motherfucker. Drop a humanity, too. That would be awesome. I don't think I can be invaded here because I've already beaten the boss of the area. This is such a silly detour to have to make, though. I need to go back. Oh, I still haven't kicked down the ladder. That's okay, though. I think. I said it was okay earlier, and I was dead wrong. But I gotta go get this dude's key. After this, I think the ladder isn't important. You gotta get the key in the first place. Which is normally pretty darn easy if you're not a dinglehorn, but sometimes I can dinglehorn with the best of them. Alright, if you want to do things this way, we can do things this way. Like, give your buddy a second to Estus up while I cut out your eyeballs. Oh. One of these dudes has gotta be nearly dead by now. This guy doesn't even have a shield. Pretty sure he's just hanging on by a wing and a prayer right now. I only have 3 Estus left, so I should be a little bit more cautious than I have been. But, he's dead. Now, the question is, do I have to go through all this bullshit again? Oh my god, making this mistake is so silly every single time. To have to go through it over and over is kind of embarrassing, to be honest with you. I just want him to do that. I really wanted to get that parry off and actually working. I was hoping that we'd get it lucky and get maybe a few frames of backstab invincibility there. He's dead. We probably don't need Estus here. Never 100% sure. Don't fall off the edge. Me or him. Okay. With 1 Estus remaining, it's pretty important to not be super silly right now. Roll off here. We don't take any damage. We come through here. We deal with the undead. Again, forgive me. It's been a little while. Could probably just sneak up on this dude and backstab him, but I'm always worried about that gang waiting for us in there. So just kill these dudes. I really can't stress enough that I always forget that same vital piece of information when it comes to Dark Souls. Namely, get that key from the dude in the Undead Parish. I could have just gone back to Firelink Shrine and gotten it easily, but why do things the easy way when you could do them the Northern Line way? And get some kudos in the process. I hate when they're aggressive because I also want to be aggressive. But how do we do this now? I think there's just an area we can roll off of. I should probably take my shield out. I forgot that there were 2 dudes up here despite being here, you know, a few seconds ago. Alright. 1 more Estus means 1 more chance of success. And basically, this is like a greatest hits of Dark Souls. It's like, hey, come watch me play through the same area twice in quick succession. Don't roll off this way. We want to come back, and if there's a way to roll off this way, I would be very pleased. Or I could just run into the parish. Because this is where the key is down here. Any good questions coming out of the chat? Apparently not. Nothing at all, I guess. You know, you can feel free to talk. It doesn't matter. She's giving me a look right now like she hates my guts for some reason. She's sick right now, which I believe is the... makes that absurd. Alright, Bala. We did this before! Now we run! And I don't know what I'm doing now. We gotta go get... This is such a stupid way to do things. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. I've traversed literally, like, the entirety of the game that we've seen so far, which is a very silly way to do things. I'm going to try to lower my encumbrance a little bit by putting my shield away. We're going to get through here, we're going to get the key, we're going to open the shortcuts, and all will be well. Hopefully there's not too many Dark Souls pros watching, in which case they'd probably think I'm a goddamn idiot right now. Did you get my email, Northern Lion? That's something I'm going to have to check on a little bit later. Because right now I'm a little bit busy. Not really intending on, you know, stopping the stream to go check my email at this point. But thank you for your correspondence regardless. Now, coming through here, I got to make my way back through the parish, kill these dudes. And, after killing these dudes, I can get the key, go to Lower on Deadburg. Again, kind of a slower run than I was anticipating. That's gonna happen from time to time, though. I can't believe I was thinking that I was gonna get to Anne Orlando over the course of this stream. That's starting to feel real silly. But you know, I might actually just cut the Anodyne portion of the stream and do that on Friday or something, or Thursday. I'm not sure when exactly the next stream is gonna be, but rest assured I will post an update when that's gonna happen. But yeah, maybe I'll just stream 3 hours of Dark Souls and play Anodyne later, on a later stream, if you will. Because I like Anodyne a lot. I mean, I'm giving out copies of the game today, so it would probably make sense to actually give away the existing copies that I have today. Just wanted to make sure that dude was officially dead. Good parry again. The key thing is really the invincibility on those parry frames, and then never letting him heal is another big part of this. There we go. Oh, he's still alive? That seems impossible. I need to focus on him right now to make sure that he doesn't... Oh, be cool. Make sure that he doesn't Estus up. Oh, what the heck? I tried to do a jumping attack there. Now shit just got real. Real bad. Get behind this pipe. Okay, we're all good. You and me. Give me a chance to backstab you, please. Oh, man. 2 boulders. Why did I expect that this was going to be easy? In any case, at least they're getting in each other's way, so they're not able to hit me too much. That was a total backstab right there. Come on. They're doing so much more damage to me than I am to them. That's kind of Dark Souls in a nutshell, though. Once you get past, like, a certain point of the game anyway. Alright, one of these dudes is dead. That means success should await me now. Okay, that was way harder than it needed to be. And again, we should not even be here, honestly. We should be long into Lower Undeadburg. Beating Capra Demon, you know, alone is annoying as hell. So this kind of extra time that we're taking here is just a little annoying. But that's okay. Have we rested? We did... Oh, I didn't even see that dude. We did indeed rest at a bonfire, so enemies will be back. So, I mean, do I want to just use a homeward bone? It's a valid question. Or we could take the long way back. Or we could just pop this bad boy and try to run through. In any case, that's why you should always kick the ladder down and also always pick up the key that the game gives you at that section. I can't remember if it's the basement key or what. I always assume, like, the master key is going to cover me, but then it doesn't, and I'm always a little bit pissed off about that. I'm like, I got the master key, man. It opens the door in Blighttown. It should open all the other doors. These guys are all jumping down on me, I guess. Oh, I actually didn't kill that guy in one hit, and that's the issue there. Let's stop getting hit by crossbow bolts as we make our run through here. There's still 2 of those dirt bags left, but a well-timed roll is enough to get past them. We might as well fight them because I don't want them coming back to haunt me a little bit later. Let's quickly pop this Estus, and we're gonna live. And now I will go back and open the shortcut, I promise you, because I've learned from my mistakes. It's pretty funny that the Let's Play that I did after beating the game 1 time was like way more... I don't want to say... Oh! Oh, ho, 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 ho. Stay away. Oh, no! Oh, my God! Well, that was pretty silly. Kate is trying so hard not to laugh her ass off right now. Just let it out, girl. That was a really silly way to die. But I have the key now, so I can go back the same way I came in, I guess, if I even wanted to. Okay. Why do I have everything so ass backwards in this game right now? Am I just going to abandon my shit there? No, there's a faster way. We're going to go all the way back through on Deadburg. And now I wish I hit the fucking ladder. I'm such an idiot. This is it. I'm at that rare and dangerous point between competence and confidence, where I'm confident, but I'm not competent enough to justify that confidence. So basically, we've been spending like the last 45 minutes just fucking around. Oh, don't fall off of there. There are items up here which I could get, but instead... Oh, yeah, let's almost break our knees by falling again. Okay. I know. Believe me, I know. Where are we? There's Firelink Shrine. We have 5 Estus, so we're gonna rest at Firelink Shrine. Josh Smith says you died. He's right. It's the worst way to go. I forgot the layouts of the levels. Again, if I had just gone really slowly through that area, would not have been an issue in the least. But because I tried to rush things like a Dinkelberg, here I am. And because I didn't hit the shortcut, that's the really... I remember someone being like, you should really hit that shortcut. And I was like, no way, man. There's literally zero risk of me dying here. Which, again, is kind of Dark Souls in a nutshell. Dark Souls is like a whole different like marine biology course or something. Bring it the F on. Oh, you're gonna engage me in melee fisticuffs now, are you? Good sir. Well, I'm sorry, you appear to be a skeleton, and also dead twice over, like a delicious baked potato or something. Sure, okay, totally whiff on your shot, that's cool by me. If I hadn't died that way, the rats probably would have gotten me regardless. I love how this rat's just like, hey, what are you doing here? Whatever, I ain't scared. Yo, Kate, tell Ryan not to die. I love how Josh is saying what's worse is that he's still better than me. Dude, I got a lot of hours in this game, like 300 hours in Dank Souls. Occasional mess-ups are inevitable. I haven't had any, like, that death was the first truly silly one. The other one was just a stupid oversight. And that's only 2 deaths in an hour and a half so far, which is pretty good in Dark Souls terms. Especially considering I haven't played the game in, what, like 8 months? Something like that. Anyway, I'm not trying to make excuses. All I'm trying to do is say, you know, my piece with respect to why I am in the position I am in right now. Come at me. I should really... The real question is, do I care enough about my lost souls and humanity to go back and get them? And the answer is maybe. At this point, I'm just kind of speeding through things because I'm an idiot, but that's okay. Again, crossbow hits me right through the heart and you're to blame. You give Dark Souls a bad name. It's okay, let's fit through here. Chop his head off. Now, the ladder's not available, so I gotta go through this area again. I really thought the key opened the door this way. Can't believe all of this, oh my god. All of this nonsense started by a single missing key. The silliest things, man. Okay, well, if you're gonna S this, I'm gonna S this. You drink a flask and I'll drink a flask now, honey. Well, he's dead now, so I was gonna continue the song, but sadly I will not. Alright. Now what do I have to go back up, kill these jerkwads, Taurus demon, kick down the ladder. Stop being super silly. This is not a good start towards not being silly, by the way. Taking firebombs right on the face kind of runs counter to that. But again, we don't need all of our S's to do this. I've said, you know, stranger things have happened. But I know what I'm doing. Don't worry. And if anything, this is a good crash course to get me ready for invasions again, where a single mistake is actually, believe it or not, punished much more harshly than Dark Souls punishes them in single player. Most of the time, anyway, assuming the player is half decent. Okay. I got some kind of parry there, but because there were so many enemies, the riposte didn't work. So we're going to back off. We're going to take a quick Estus. And I want these dudes to come at me one at a time. Which will never happen, apparently. Which is good Dark Souls tactics. We killed one, but we got one back in return. There we go. Alright. Feeling better. Spear dude is going to try something, I can just tell. But he's going to get backstabbed. Okay. All is better. I feel better about the way things have gone now. Be wary of amazing traps. That's actually a helpful message. I should upvote that. Don't want to kill Havel yet because clearly I don't have the skill. Instead, let's come up here. I remember we're going to kick down the ladder. The first time you kick down the ladder is like one of the greatest moments of Dark Souls realizations. You're like, the world folds back in on itself? Now, if I could only remember where you kick down the ladder, I would be a happy camper. But it's, across here. There's on Deadberg. Is there not a door around here we can use? No, that's still there. This is a key moment. Might as well unlock this. We went through all the damn trouble. Now, don't die as you cross the bridge. You can just avoid these guys easily enough. This is an interesting soul farming area as well. Come down here. Is this the ladder room? No, that's the exit. This is the ladder room. Okay, sweet. beautiful bounty of baby Jesus. We found it. Please let me get on the ladder. Stop putting your messages right on the fucking... There we go. I mean, it's a good message, tells you what to do, but at the same time, also really annoying that it changes the prompt for the ladder. Okay. Now we're going to lower on Deadburg. I'm just going to abandon my previous body. I don't give a fuck. People are shouting, kill Solaire. They don't even know. Solaire is going to be so important to our success on that Ornstein and Smo fight, probably. Eventually, once I get there. Josh never got that ladder. The truth comes out. This ladder's real important, man. It actually, it says something pretty good about your play if you manage to... Oh, God. I didn't die. I heard some big sounds there and I got concerned. Dragon is so angry, man. That's okay. We're alive and we're going to lower on Deadburg. Woo! Spring break. Finally. That was only, what, like nearly an hour diversion? Slide all the way down here. This is the B button on the Xbox 360 controller, by the way. Nothing else, just the B button. One of the most asked questions still on those Dark Souls videos. Now there is, there's a shortcut entrance here, and then there's a shortcut entrance as we get closer to Capra Demon. So I should pop both of these. This is the most dangerous staircase in planet Earth, by the way. The doorway in particular, because it opens outwards. So it's very easy to fall to your death, as these guys will probably do. Or maybe they'll just fall on my head. Yep. Yep, there we go. So now I got 3 of these dicks to deal with. 2 of them, anyway. Is there a third? Whatever, let's just run. He forgot. Yeah, no, I didn't forget getting my souls. Colicus, I believe was your name. I'm just deciding against getting my souls. I don't think it's all that important. What, we got a few thousand there? No big deal. Now, I'm interested to see if the PC version still has the frame rate issues here. And in Blighttown, I guess, for that matter. Dogs are going to run into the fire. These dogs are super annoying. But, we have to get through them. There is a very important shortcut coming up. I can't attack here or move, so we're in a kind of a rough situation. Did one of them die? I can't attack! Come at me! Fido of the dead? Seriously? I guess I gotta learn my moveset a little bit better so I stop hitting these walls. Luckily, the dog's not gonna Estus anytime soon, so... We're okay. How many do we have? 4 left? That's alright. Let's just wait for some dudes to come here. I know there's a man trapped over here. And he's gonna eventually teach us how to sorcery. Okay, it's not this door that I unlock, is it? Oh, it is. It's Residence Key, okay. So, we'll save our mage here. Griggs of Vinheim, I believe. So he's gonna head back to Firelink Shrine. And we're gonna try to fight some dudes and not die. I just want to open up the shortcut back to Firelink Shrine. When do they pop out of the shadows? Ah, here we go. These guys are a pain in the ass to deal with as well. The poison tip blades and darts and Ezio Auditore. Oh, that's real bad. That dude is gonna cut my throat. I was trying to waggle the joystick like I was playing Metal Gear Rising or something. Still got Estus though. That's important to keep in the forethought of our brain here. Just focus on one at a time. Okay. Cut his throat right out from under him. That's a good start. No need to Estus yet. They parried me! What the fuck is going on here? You jumped on my head like you're a Cyberman or something. I don't think so. Okay, yeah, come at me. I'm just doing my best to not walk into the fire here. That's a big part of my survival strategy right now. The other part is take an Estus flask when you get the chance. This guy's gonna throw some poison darts at me. And I'm gonna stab him through the fucking heart. You are dead. Alright. There's way more of these guys to deal with, so I'm a little bit concerned about my inaptitude of dealing with these guys so far. I know there's armor sets and stuff in here. Not in this one maybe, but in maybe the one a little further down. Or this one right here. So we should go pick those up. Of course. Is there not? Yeah, mail breaker. Also known as a letter opener. I'm not nearly as clever as I think I am. So provided we get through this next section, I'm gonna be happy. There's at least some dogs, courtesy of the red, white, and blue. Okay, so we got 800 dudes to deal with at once here. Oh god. Faster I kill the dogs, the better it is for me. And everybody, because these dogs are the biggest pain in the dick. Dogs can't heal, though. So once they're dead, they're dead. And we only have one Estus left. So we're going to go to town, but not lose our stamina too much. Okay, you know what? I'm going to let you heal. You earned it. Fair play. Now, we're just going to whittle these guys down little by little. Oh, no, 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 no. Not cool. Very not cool. Please don't throw poison arrows at me now. Thank you. This is very honorable of you, assassin. We don't have too many more enemies to deal with. So provided I don't make some colossal mistakes, this section should be borderline over. I mean, part of the problem here is that I'm doing so little damage with each of my attacks, but regardless, they are all dead. I think we might have one more dog, and then a couple more assassins and a skeleton archer. So I'm just going to switch over to humanity, because if I burn through humanity, so be it. I can always farm it later. I don't want to farm it later, but I could. Here comes our dog. So, oh, I should really use the shield against the dog. I don't gain too much by two-handing. There we go. Dog will have one more hit, I think. Fair play, and he is dead. Doesn't drop anything. We definitely do not want to go just immediately fight the Capra Demon, though. That would be a silly mistake. Just trying to think if there's anything I want to use here against these guys. Not really. We'll just fight them the old-fashioned way. One of you come at me, please. Fighting them one at a time, it's just as easy as fighting an Undead Hollow one at a time, basically. Well, it's as easy as fighting a Balder one at a time, anyway. Because they do parry, which is annoying. But they also take the time to drink Estus, which can be a very good opportunity for you to attack. Alright, you're dead. Only one left. Thanks for the poison shot. Waste of your time. Easy backstab. And one more two-handed shot should be enough to basically finish him off here. Alright. Lower on Deadberg. Not beaten yet, but certainly wounded as we prepare to do battle with the Capra Demon, who is the world's largest pain in the ass at this point of the game. And I'm saying that as someone who had a lot of pains in the ass just getting here. But, you know, that's the hard part of Lower on Deadberg, mostly accounted for. There is a merchant here. We can talk to her and get some, like, charcoal pine resin. I think she might also sell... what else does the merchant sell? I think she also sells maybe the transient curses, and she might also sell like a couple of humanity, but not many at all. I love people yelling on Twitter right now at Kate, tell him to get the bridge shortcuts. I'm doing my best, man. I think I've atoned for my previous mistakes by now. Speaking of... Oh! Careful! Speaking of which, we're not out of the woods yet. But I would love these guys to give me some damn space. Because as is, pretty difficult for me to actually hit them. Which, you know, is good for them, I guess. I wish I was left-handed. I mean, I am left-handed in real life. Good firebomb, by the way. This is like a sweet animation on that firebomb. Let's turn this around. Dodge out of the way, and then cut this dude in half. Alright. Now we can probably just run to Firelink Shrine, so let's go do that. And after completing this, I am going to... there's Oswald of Kareem. I could get the Ring of Favor and Protection right now. That actually might be not a terrible idea. So let's, I can't rest at this bonfire? That seems really silly. Oh, because this dude's... No, that doesn't seem right. Maybe it was because this dude was in the region, though. That seems kind of silly, but whatever. Now we can rest at the bonfire. We even have enough to level up once, so let's put that in our vitality. And why don't we... Chris Fernandez is online. Why don't we run down here and take care of Loudtrack while we're here? Dude can be kind of a pain in the ass, but we're going to try to kick him off the edge. Did I not talk to him again? He's not here. Maybe I have to go talk to him one more time. Otherwise, I totally fucked that quest up. Sounds like this Dark Souls run in a nutshell. In any case, we're going to get back... Fight Capra Demon. I am not going to use... I'm not going to turn human and use summoning help for this. I'm just going to try to do it OG style. Because normally, there's not that many people there available to summon anyway. Also, I kind of feel like I have it in me for a good boss fight right now. To redeem myself somewhat for that terrible play that happened a little bit earlier. Let us just climb up the staircase here and deal with these guys. Again, there's some miracle resonance up here. That doesn't really interest me that much, because I almost never play with miracles. I think I've done like one run where I actually used heal. And usually it's on characters that get summoned, so that way you don't have to rely on the summoner to actually heal you. Let's cut this dude in half. Come down here. There you go. Alright. So let us come in through here and cut up the rat bastard. And then we will run all the way to the end. Oh, he might have dropped to humanity, actually. If so, that's pretty valuable. So, we're going to run all the way through here and fight Capra Demon. I'm still using my standard weapon. But, you know, basically, once you get one... Upgrade the flask. It's not that big of a deal, you ding-dongs. Basically, I'm going to handle, like, the min-maxing of the character, the upgrading the flasks and whatnot. That's going to happen after I get my character up to being battle-ready, basically. Or maybe once I get to, like, I don't know, a little bit further into the game, and things are going to become substantially more difficult. Not that they're not difficult now, obviously. But, you know, keep in mind, you know, people are complaining, because I think that's a thing to do on my videos. It's like, Northern Lion sucks at video games. I've died twice on Dark Souls in nearly 2 hours. That's pretty solid. It's not great. I only died like 3 times over the course of my whole Let's Play in general, but that was kind of an extraordinary circumstance. That was like the only game I was playing at that point in my life, and I'd invested like 3 hours a day into it for a month or two. Anyway, this is just me jumping back in randomly. I really wanted to save all these Estus flasks for dealing with Capra Demon, but sadly we are not going to do that. Obviously, I'm going to have to use one. I love this. What is this guy saying? That sword is a piece of shit, and if he expects to beat Capra Demon with it, he's doomed. This is how I did it in my Let's Play, man. You think this is my first time fighting the Capra Demon? I'm not saying we're going to win first try or anything. But ye of little faith. I don't want these dogs on both sides of me. This is bad. Like, seriously, this is not a blind playthrough of Dark Souls. Everyone just assumes the Northern Lion sucks at video games trope. It has some basis. Go back and watch those Dark Souls videos, though. I might not be as bad at this game as you think I am. So, we are going to fight Capra here. Now, the real thing, after just talking up my skills, we are probably going to die here. But the trick with Capra, very good first dodge, run away from the dogs, get up here, and then get ready to, we got to basically bum rush the dogs. Oh, that's bad damage. Heal up. I actually found myself in a very good position here, believe it or not. Probably should have used that time to heal, though. Now, where is Capra is the real question. Here I am, here I am. Yeah, this is going to be our death. Heal quickly. I was so close. This is crazy. The little faith of the commenters is actually getting to me a little bit. Even Kate, who has seen me play Dark Souls, is like, you died versus Capra? That's hilarious. It's a hard boss. This is not an easy boss. In any case, I'm going to take like a quick break here just to get a little bit of water and handle some bathroom difficulties. But in any case, I'll be back in a second. Thank you guys for watching so far. We'll be back with more Dark Souls against Capra. Alright, we are back with more Dark Souls. And we're going to try to take on Capra Demon again. Although on the live stream it still says I'm taking a short break to urinate. That is not true. Urination time is over. The reason for the animosity here, let's just clarify something, is the idea that I don't know how to play Dark Souls, when the thing about Dark Souls is that there is no right way to play it. There's, you know, things that you have to do. I totally fucked up by not getting that ladder shortcut, obviously. But generally speaking, the game doesn't reward you for, like, it doesn't reward you so much for upgrading your weapons and whatnot. You can choose to upgrade your weapons, that's a perfectly valid thing to do, but you can also choose to go through it sort of vanilla like this, which is the way I choose to do it. Keep things a little bit challenging, considering this is my 5th or 6th time going through this game in all likelihood, maybe even more than that. I had a lot of invasion characters on the 360 version in any case. So I'm not trying to say, you know, like, don't tell me how to play the game, but I am sort of trying to say, you know, like, have mercy a little bit. Dying once against Capra Demon is not something noobish. Dying 50 times against Capra Demon is what people who are, you know, sight-reading Dark Souls do. And, you know, if you want to know if I'm half decent at Dark Souls, the proof is in the pudding. There's like a 40-part Let's Play series you can go and check out if you are feeling that way. In any case, I probably should have beaten Capra on that last attempt, to be quite honest with you. I kind of fucked it up by not going to town on the dogs once I got up to the top. I kind of feel like I'd rather have my sword in my left hand for all these times I'm like striking the wall, but that's not a huge deal right now. Let me see if I can replace the broadsword with maybe the long sword. I'm not sure what the movement difference is, but we might as well try it out. That was a suggestion from somebody in the chat. It's a suggestion that I can get behind. I don't think it does as much damage, but, you know, it's still capable of knocking that skeleton dude off the top, so that's cool by me. And the reason I'm not using Titanite shards and shit yet is because I want to upgrade the Uchigatana with my Titanite shards. But I actually, like, I can't use the Uchigatana yet because my dexterity is too low. So that's why I'm rolling with my vanilla weapon yet. It's probably not the best course of action, but what it is, you know, practical for me to save these Titanite shards and use them later, even though Titanite shards are, you know, pretty cheap once we make a little bit further progress in the game. But hopefully that helps you understand my reasoning a slight bit more than you might right now. And we're going to try to fight Capra again. It wouldn't surprise me if, you know, Capra took 5 or 6 tries. He's a difficult boss. One of the most annoying ones in the entire game, I would say. He's a boss fight that is almost centered around luck to a certain extent. There's some skill involved, don't get me wrong, but the Capra boss fight is basically about dodging that first dog attack. If you manage to fuck that one up, you might find yourself in a pretty difficult position moving forward. Which is why I consider it to be a little bit more luck-based. You know, there are boss fights later in the game that are perhaps more difficult, but not nearly as luck-based. Like, Gwyn is a difficult boss fight. But once you get that parry down, then he's basically not a problem at all. Also, I don't want to reverse humanity here. It's not necessary to reverse humanity to beat Capra Demon. In any case, what I might want to do is actually just pick up some charcoal pine resin. But again, I don't think that's absolutely necessary either. So step 1, and this is a tough one. Dodge the first attack. Run up the stairs. Let me get up the stairs, dog. Dog, I really need to get up the stairs right now. Yo, dog. Yo, dog. What's up, dog? Does it smell like up dog in here? Okay, that Estus was worth it, believe it or not. Now just go crazy. Dog is dead. Dog 1 is dead. Not Dog the Bounty Hunter. Dog 1. Oh god, run. Run from Dog 1. Oh, why can't I move? I'm trapped in the tree! There we go. Thank you, Capra Demon, for saving my life. Oh. Is that dog still alive? No, he's not. Okay. Okay, run. Run away as fast as you... Okay. Kill the dog. Don't get killed by the Capra Demon. I'm still alive. Oh, Lord. Don't... Oh. How could you? This is crazy. That was actually pretty good. I just need to kill it. Once you kill the second dog, Capra Demon is kind of a joke. So let's make this run again. If, you know, I might end up going back, upgrading my longsword or something with Andre. It does a little bit more damage. It would at least make the dogs a little easier to take care of. But in the meantime, it's not like I'm losing anything anymore by doing this boss fight over and over. So I don't think it's really a huge deal to be replaying it now and then. We could probably, I guess we'll fight this guy, but I was thinking we could just run away from him as well. That was a bad parry. I should really probably stop taking damage on these guys, that might go a long way towards helping me beat Capra as well. But I'm fighting them in a very stupid and hurried way here. Stream's cutting out a little bit, I'm noticing. I'm not sure what's up with that, but, you know, that's gonna happen from time to time. Basically, I'm saying, everybody chill out, be cool! This is it's a complicated stream. You know, we're in the future, you're watching somebody play video games 3,000 miles away, live on the internet. Pretty difficult video game at that as well, so have some mercy as we make a little bit further progress here. I should give away those copies as well, before we get too deep, I guess. But let's take another crack at Capra Demon first, and then I will give away those copies of Anodyne, and then we'll jump back into Dark Souls. I was going to play Anodyne on the stream, but I'm not nearly as far as I wanted to be. So we're going to make our way through here and try to do it again. Better get the Drake Sword, Northern Lion. That's the pussy's way out. The chat just refreshed, so I don't know what your name was. Drake Sword would make this indeed easier. We'd probably one-shot the dogs. To be honest with you, I haven't beaten the game with the Drake Sword in, like, over a year. Well, probably around a year by this point. It was around this time last year when I did the Dark Souls Let's Play. And I haven't played the game, like, religiously since May of last year, so it's been quite some time. Which doesn't surprise me. Tell Ryan to use the RT attack when he's close to a wall. That's what he needs to do. You guys make it sound so simple every time. Dark Souls is a complicated, nuanced game. The RT attack close to the wall is not necessarily a bad idea, though. I understand that. I'm kind of guilty of just spamming right bumper a little bit more than I should. And also just spamming attacks in general more than I should, when I probably should be a little bit more nuanced in my attacking, so I'm not using 3 Estus before I even get up here. But once you get on the Capra fight, the problem is not the number of Estus you have most of the time. It's actually finding an opportunity to use that Estus, as long as the dogs are still alive, at least. When the dogs are dead, things are not so difficult. And Capra himself is just a single enemy that you'll actually, you know, end up fighting standalone at other points in the game. 100 damage, enough to kill those dogs. Alright, you know, to be safe, we should probably Estus up before we go through this door. Let's traverse the white light here. Alright, again, that was not a very good dodge against those dogs, but I did find an opening to get up here. Dog 1 is dead. Dog 2 is dead. Now, take out the shield, and you know what to do. I forget which attack of Capra's it is that actually it does damage even through your shield. He's gonna fall, though. I think. And when he falls, we can do more damage to him. But very little. Little by little, inch by inch, row by row, we're gonna make this Capra slow. Alright, I seem to remember his patterns fairly well. I really just wish there wasn't a tree here. I would feel a lot better about things if that was the case. I don't want to get too cocky here on Capra, because I could still fuck it up. Something fierce. We're doing 14 damage per attack. Certainly not the quickest way to deal with this enemy. But it might be the most badass way, if you don't think about it too hard. Little by little, I promise, this is gonna get done. I think the two-handed attack is the one that actually does us, or does a lot of damage to us. Speaking of which, I should probably consider doing some two-handing myself. You could also just cause him to jump off the edge, and then you can get some, how do you say, like a dropping attack on him. But, you know, let's just be slow and steady here. Very slow, and, you know, unfortunately that necessitates being extremely steady. But consistency is important. Might have been a good idea to take that, charcoal pine resin. That's a good opportunity to use Estus. Alright, come at me, dude. I'm gonna start doing some diving attacks, because otherwise this is gonna take forever. Okay, let the stamina recharge. Fall off the edge, please. You're due! You're due to fall off the edge. Don't deny it! That's a good time to use RT. Are you serious that this dude is just gonna continue doing the same attack over and over? There we go. That did like 82 damage. probably faster to just go about things the way I was doing them before. That was a nice clutch roll there. And we are going to be at this for quite some time, but if Capra dies, then that's the end of things. There we go. So I'm gonna try to be a little bit more brave and go for two-handed strikes. We still have 5 Estus left, so Estus is not an issue at all. What is an issue is, you know, just doing damage, basically. And constantly pressing the Y button to switch back and forth between two-handing and one-handing, and maintaining our stamina. I'm trying to have mercy for those of you watching this, because I understand this is pretty goddamn slow right now. Perhaps I should have upgraded my weapon, as was requested. But in the meantime, staying close to Capra means staying alive. So there's 42. Two-handed attack takes a lot of stamina, but doesn't actually hurt us, which is nice to know. And now I get a chance to two-hand some of my own. Alright. Capra very nearly dead. This is how OGs play Dark Souls, yo. I'm trapped in here. Just don't let it fall apart at the last second. And this is a very sustainable operation that I'm running here. I didn't want to give him an opportunity to switch up his attacks, because I like the attacks that he's doing. Sadly, we're going to have to a little bit, just to kind of maintain spatial awareness here. So far, so good, man. That takes almost all of our stamina, but allows us to get an attack in as well. Capra's like 80% dead. Was hoping that I'd get a chance to say that on my third attempt here. Alright, we're almost done. The epic music betrays the lack of speed at which this is taking place. There's no tension here, that's the problem. Oh, maybe there's a little tension now. But I'm still fine. I don't even need the Estus. Famous last words. I want to Estus, just to be sure. But I need to make sure it's actually a valuable thing to do. So I need to wait till he does like that 2-time attack. And he misses the second one. Or whatever. Oh! That was the exact opposite. Keep it up. A few more hits will do it. Two-handed attack. No big deal. One more hit. I'd say 2 more or 3 more two-handed hits should be enough. As you can see, Capra's pretty effing easy once you figure out his patterns. Even if you have a garbage weapon like I do. Now just don't get cocky. That's a big part of this. Oh, wow. Okay, I got incredibly lucky there. Capra is dead. Oh, man. That was very close. In any case, Capra Demon is dead. Took us long enough. It didn't actually take that long in the whole scheme of things. What comes after Capra Demon? Blighttown, right? We can go to the depths. Oh, I hate going to the depths. But we have to go to the depths. So let's go back to Firelink Shrine first. And while we're back at Firelink Shrine, I will give away those copies of Anodyne. Or at least, you know, find a way to give away those copies of Anodyne. And maybe I'll do it through, I don't know, some kind of Dark Souls trivia. I hadn't brainstormed trivia questions, which normally I do. But that's okay. That was probably an infuriating boss fight to watch. And I apologize. Oh, we don't want to go this way. I apologize for that. Bless you. But whatever. It's over now. And that's probably going to be the most laborious boss fight that we're ever going to have to deal with our entire time through Dark Souls. So, even though it took forever, now it's over. And we can just move onwards. And I'm thinking maybe I'll stream till about 5:45. This is how we get to Undead Bird. It's 5:07 right now, so another half hour or so. And then at 5:45, I will start to take Twitter questions and wrap things up. I like doing those Ask Me Anythings at the end. Oh, don't fall off the edge, and don't die now. After all you've come through. I love this rat, man. This isn't a rat, this is a sloth. He just decides, you know what? I don't want to deal with this bullshit. Murder this dude. Oh, you got an axe? That's pretty cool. Well, I've got your heart at the end of this long pointy thing. And what do we have over here? This man as well. Just dodge to the side. Stab him through the face. That fall damage will end up killing him. Now, we don't actually have to kill all these guys if we can just run back to Firelink Shrine before they get into the area that causes it so our bonfire goes out, but, you know, we'll try anyway. See if I can make it. Quick duck roll might make it work. And good, we get the rest of the bonfire before that skeleton gets too close. Now with 10 Estus Flasks, we have to go to the depths. I'm not going to do the entirety of the depths. Oh, right, I'm supposed to give away those anodyne codes now. I'm not going to do the entirety of the depths, but what I will do is some of them. But in the meantime, first, we are going to give away the 5 copies of Anodyne plus soundtrack that I have. Let me just make sure that I have my cue card here that actually has the codes on them. There we go. Alright, so I got 5 copies of Anodyne plus the soundtrack to give away. My Anodyne video is going to be up tomorrow, but if you're not familiar with it, it's a recently greenlit Zelda Link to the Past-esque platformer. So let me just go here. Scene 2. Awesome. Yeah, let me just go here, and I'm going to be giving away 5 copies. But I need to come up with some trivia questions, which is kind of short-sighted of me. But we had some problems on the stream today getting it up in time. So if you want to win copies, get ready. I'm just going to tweet about the giveaway actually happening right now for those of you who, or those of them who were not in. Giving away several Anodyne plus soundtrack codes. Okay. So let's open up Dark Souls again. Got 5 codes to give away. Why don't we... we'll do Dark Souls themed trivia. And the way that it works, in case you can't see right now, I'm just going to set up my screen regions by alt-tabbing away from that for a second. The way that this is going to work is that first person to answer the question by sending me the answer on Twitter, twitter.com/NorthernLionLP is my Twitter address. The first person to answer the question by Twitter is going to get a link to the game, basically. So let's just click. I don't want to do... That's my whole Twitter account, where you can see everything about me, including my email address. So let's get that screen region off the screen there for a second, and add another screen region, like so. Here. That should be pretty good. I don't want this screen region on the screen anymore. I always get shit for this every single time, but I should point out, where's my media file on this one? I should point out that the ad block is not mine, and Kate can vouch for the fact that every time I see her using ad block, I get angry, because that's my own source of revenue. Okay. The Twitter is too small to read? Okay. Let me add another screen region. Again, not exactly the greatest streamer of all time, the most prolific yet, anyway. Let's drop this in here. You get off the screen wherever you are. This one right here. No, that one needs to be on. This one needs to be off. Then we'll make this bigger. Like so. And we move it down. I can't really move it downwards. So we'll make it a little smaller. And then move it. Make it a little smaller. There we go. That should be pretty good. Alright, so I've still got to think of some questions. That would be perfect here. So let me think. Dark Souls themed trivia. You have any answers or any questions, Kate?
Question?
Yes, about Dark Souls. Oh, the question was question? Very clever. So again, twitter.com/NorthernLionLP. Let's get started here. Let's start super, super easy. By the way, I'm going to be direct messaging you the answers. Or sorry, I'm going to be direct messaging you your code if you win. The way that works, you have to follow me and I have to follow you. So if you get the right answer, I'm going to write your Twitter alias down here. And I'm going to follow you later in the day and send you the link to your Anodyne code. In any case, question 1 is going to be super, super easy. It's not an official prequel to Dark Souls, but what was the last game in the Souls series before Dark Souls that people kind of consider to be a spiritual precursor, if you will? So I'm waiting on the answer to that question. I will make sure that I'm refreshing here. Already got 3 answers. That was an easy one, apparently, obviously. James Robb is first off the draw there with Demon Souls at James_Robb. Okay. How about a Dark Souls themed question that sort of relates to YouTube? This is going to be question 2. Which prominent YouTuber has done a very excellent series on the Dark Souls lore, where he kind of goes into the story, item descriptions, and stuff like that, and fleshes out the somewhat barren story of the game? Wow.
Josh.
It is not Josh.
J. Smith OTA.
It is not.
I?
Wow, you don't even know Josh's YouTube account. That was the most failed plug I've ever seen. Okay, we got a lot of right answers here. I just got to see which one's first. Glad to see the support here for this guy, by the way. Looks like it's going to be David Sandgren, if I could get up here. J. Smith OTI was the first answer. David Sandgren, you are going to win a copy of Anodyne plus the soundtrack. By the way, I like that you guys have your real names as your Twitter accounts. It makes it super easy. Alright, question 3. Still 3 more copies of Anodyne to give away. We should probably refresh Twitter one more time, just to, wow, yeah, there's a lot of, within the last 17 seconds. I realize a lot of people complain that the stream isn't fair because, like, some people have lesser delay. I'm brainstorming a better way to give these away, but as is, this is the lesser of all of the evils so far. What else should we do here? Dark Souls themed trivia.
How many times did I sneeze?
That is a silly question because we don't know the answer to that. The answer is just infinite. Whoever sends me infinite first will get a code. Don't actually do that. Too late. We've already probably gotten like 3 or 4. Okay, I wish I'd come up with these ahead of time. What is the boss of the depths area called? This might be a tricky one because I didn't do the depths in my Let's Play. So what is the boss of the depths area? First person to tweet me that answer will get a copy. Many people just tweeted me infinite. You think this is about BioShock? This is Dark Souls, motherfucker. Okay, we got some good answers here. But where's the first one? It looks like... Oh, wow. That's offensive. It looks like the first one is Blues T Robot. Let me just make sure I'm getting down there. And just to show you that that was indeed the first one. Capra, Infinite, Finite. Finite is technically true. But Blues T Robot, you are first off the draw there. Sadly, it is not you, generic white kid. That was incredibly offensive. Blues T underscore robot. Blues T underscore robots. How about one specific to Northernline? What is most famous quote potentially from my Invasion series where I express my negative feelings towards a certain piece of furniture? People wanted me to make t-shirts of it, which is never going to happen, but I expressed violent hatred towards a certain piece of furniture. And we will see when those answers start rolling in. One to reward the die. Oh my god, okay. First answer is from... Not Travis Cuddy, sorry, I didn't want to get your hopes up. You're actually number 2 here. First answer is from Irish Pirate, Manifest, Onion, Fuck Tables. Ain't that the truth, man? Manifest, Onion. And the whole reason I'm doing these Dark Souls streams is actually so that I can, get a character that's built up enough to do Invasions live streaming again, which I think is going to be a lot of fun, along with, doing random Hitman stuff now and again. One more copy of Anodyne to give away. For now, anyway. Lots of fuck tables here. And that is indeed the truth. Wow. Evan Varsdale. Fucker. Or Vannersdale. Vanarsdale? Whatever. It's very offensive, my friend. One last copy of Anodyne to give away.
How hairy is your butt?
This is not Dark Souls themed. This is about my hirsuteness, which is not relevant or irrelevant, I guess. What is the name of the primordial serpent who allows you access to the Dark Wraiths? So not the one that appears in Firelink Shrine, but the one that gives you access to the Dark Wraith clan, who looks a lot like the one in Firelink Shrine.
Sunbro.
Is not Sun. I'm beginning to think that you have never played Dark Souls.
Never played it. Only an hour.
Okay, there's some really close ones here, and then there's some that are right on there. Is that the first one? I can't tell who this is. The first one is down a little bit further. James Robb, which sounds really familiar. I wonder if you want a copy on the last stream. Maybe not. James Robb is correct, and the first one to say that it is Darkstalker Katha, or Darkstalker Katha, as he says. So Everyone that won a prize. James Robb won the first one. Oh, you tried to trick me, James Robb. You won the first prize. I'm sorry to do this to you. I'm not giving you 2 copies of the same game, you ding-dong, but good on you. So who's next? Zukas Frampt? Sorry. There we go. Adam, Exo Hrain is going to win. Exo Hrain. Alright, so James Robb, David Sangren, Blue Steve Robot, Manifest Onion, Exo Hrain. Be ready to check your DMs fairly soon after the stream ends, and you will have a Humble Store link to Anodyne, plus the soundtrack. Really good game. Video is going to be up tomorrow, and you guys should definitely check it out if you are a fan of classic adventure games like A Link to the Past, for example. But in the meantime, make sure to follow me on Twitter. I tweet a lot of dumb, random shit, and I do giveaways from time to time that are not actually streamed. So, you know, if you're interested in following my insane ramblings or inane ramblings, or you, you know, just want to selfishly follow me to win some free games, that's a good opportunity to do so. In the meantime, though, I'm going to take a very quick break here to indeed urinate, and I will be back in, you know, less than a minute probably. And we're back. We're going to stream probably like another 25 minutes of Dark Souls. Should be enough time to get through the depths, I'm hoping. Well, not through the depths, but through as far to the depths as I need to go in order to succeed. I should really get this mouse pointer off the screen. I should really upgrade my weapon. You guys are not wrong. Unfortunately, the way to the depths is the other way. So I'll upgrade my weapon for sure before going to Blighttown. But, you know, that'll probably be in the next stream that we do, which might be tomorrow. Maybe? I don't know. I'll take a look at how my schedule works. I don't want my throat to be totally destroyed, and usually after these, I do need a nice warm tea and a long soak. That's not totally true. Maybe like a 3-minute shower. But, yeah, you know, I mean, next time I have free time, again, I'll try to schedule it as far in advance as possible, because I know, you know, people's schedules don't always line up perfectly. I guess I got hit by the fire there, which seems kind of crazy to me. I probably won't need... Oh, are you kidding me? I probably won't need all of my Estus just to get through the depths. But I'm hoping that we'll be okay.
1,000 likes.
Oh, we hit 1,000 likes in the stream. Awesome. I always feel scummy about asking for likes. Let's talk about my reasoning behind this. I tried to do it in a tasteful way as possible, just putting it on a bumper when I was urinating, basically, because I'm not doing anything else productive during that time. But the thing is, a gentle reminder can be nice. It does affect the numbers as much as I wish that people always remember to like if they weren't reminded. It's a tasteful way to remind people to do it, and it actually does help out a great deal, even though it does make me feel kind of like a scumbag every time I do it. But if you have YouTube-related questions, save those for... Oh, careful. Save those for the Ask Me Anything that I'll do on Twitter as we get a little bit closer to the end. Very shortly at this point. I do have 3 more copies to give away of another game, by the way. Or 3 more copies or 2 more copies? I can't remember. I don't know, though. Maybe we'll save those for the next stream, if I am indeed doing one tomorrow. I don't actually need to kill this guy, I think. So there's not too much point in going through this area. But I might as well kill this guy, I guess. Avoid the poison arrows. Get a quick and cheap backstab, if possible. Oh, I really thought that was going to work. Apparently he gets invincibility frames when he goes through a backflip as well. Lucky dude. He's using the ninja flip ring. Oh, that didn't work. How about this? Just stab him through the heart. Not the best parrier, is he? Anyway, he's gonna die. I'm gonna use one Estus. We actually are gonna be dealing with some kind of dickish enemies as we move forwards here, which is always annoying. But what's over here? Is this a Twin Humanities? I always forget. Let's see. Large Soul of the Lost Undead. But, you know, basically a Twin Humanities. This is one of my least favorite parts in the game. I always just go far enough into the depths. This is the problem with this game, again, is that or not this game, but the problem with this run is that I have just enough competence to not realize that I don't have the skill to do things I once did. So I don't even remember what item we're getting here. I think I might just be coming down here to get the Ember and then moving on. Because I can already go to Blighttown just by way of the Master Key, but I thought there was something there was a reason we had to kill the second Butcher. Oh, you know why we have to kill the second Butcher? Is to get to Laurentius, the Pyromancer. But it's all a bit fuzzy in my head. I used to have the start of the game completely mapped out, and I knew like exactly what I needed to do. I knew where all the enemies were and where all their patterns were, because I was building characters, you know? Like, that takes some work. And it takes some repeatability as well. What do we have here? I wonder which is harder for Ryan, Depths in the Dark Souls or Depths in Isaac. Depths in Isaac, easiest thing in the world, man. Well, maybe not the easiest thing in the world, but pretty simple. Depths in Dark Souls, not altogether that difficult, but, you know, more difficult, shall we say. Phew, no pink glitch. You guys are hilarious. Actually, I do find that pretty funny. This is like a mirror image of what we were dealing with earlier with the undead in the Undead Parish. The undead in the Undead Parish. There's too many ums there for that to make too much sense. But we're going to have a lot of undead here. We're going to try to avoid the torch, because the torch is still going to do damage to us, even if we shield. So this is a very important time to get back up on the fucking stairs. There's also a lot of dogs to deal with here, which is super annoying. Is it the poison dogs? There's some kind of dogs. I can't remember if it's the same kind as Undeadburg. I think it is. That was a very clutch 3 damage that I did right there. Anyway, he's dead. Oh! Mega crazy dude with his torch. And there's always one dude hiding behind one of these posts. Just the developers are ultimate trolls. Which one of these posts is it? There he is. Alright, we'll lock onto him. Two-hand the shit out of him. And then we're going to try to aggro this dog and bring him up here. And kill the dog. Then we fight the Butcher. This dog looks like its skin is made out of pure, like, leather or old black licorice. Take your pick. Dog is still not dead, so it's a little stronger than the dogs in Lower Undeadburg. I'm going to Estus up quickly. And then we are going to head back down here. The dog is attached to me, which is probably not going to... Oh, there's another dog. Come on, motherfucker. Does he see me? He seemed to make some moves. Maybe I should just jump in and go at him. No, there we go, okay. The Butcher also noticed, though, probably because I continually slay his dogs. Whoop, 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 whoop. Come up the stairs. The dog will follow me. Not this dog. That dog's already dead. There we go. Okay, so we're going to Estus up again. Only have a couple more dudes to fight down here, and then we can end our endeavor through the depths. Did the Butcher fall down? That sucks. Please tell me he can climb back up these stairs. Because I definitely do not want to deal with his bullshit while dealing with those dogs down there as well. And this guy's going to take like as long as Capra Demon to kill. That was a really silly idea. Yep, because now we're going to have to deal with this. My Dark Souls experience in a nutshell. Help! How did I get into this bloody nutshell? Etc., etc. Just going too fast. Swamp is a real pain in the dick, too. Yeah, we're getting gang raped in this corner. Just run! Up the stairs! Quickly! Estus up. Might as well take multiple gulps while we're here. And then quickly run away. Oh my god! That was scary! Okay, the Butcher's coming at us. I was kind of hoping only the dog would be able to get to us. I don't think we can backstab this guy either. Oh my god, I've got it. That dog, man! He can smell me. I'm not gonna do my Morgan Freeman impression.
Do it.
No, it's not
Do
good.
it.
It needs perfecting. I'm not gonna do it
Do
yet.
it.
Don't subject me to peer pressure on my own stream, young lady. I'll debut that when I'm good and ready. Also, it's just a ripoff of somebody else's impression, so I'm not sure how comfortable I feel in doing that right now. Okay, dog's getting hurt. Dog can't heal. What I don't get is why is this dog pissed, right? Like, I'm pretty sure these are the dogs that the butcher was using for meat, unless he was butchering men like Laurentius down here. But you know, he probably gets hungry from time to time and he's eating these dogs. So this dog is like, help, don't kill the dude who's gonna kill me for meat later. Fuck you, dog. Trying to poison me and get me to bleed. I'm just trying to give you a dignified death as opposed to being turned into some kind of shitty sausage. Who's the real villain here? Well, obviously he's the real villain here, but, you know, who's the real genius here? Well, I don't know. That still remains to be seen, I guess. Okay, motherfucker. I'm gonna backstab you in the back of your heart and push my sword out through your aorta. It's gonna do about a damage and a half. Not 150% damage of normal, 1.5 damage. What the fuck happened there? Dude's trying to serve up a crosscut. Dude, stab him in the back again. This is, admittedly laborious. I used a lot of Estus. I think most of it was from that earlier section where I almost got totally screwed by these dogs. But with this butcher dead, we'll be able to get the Ember. Then we fight the other one, and then we use the Homeward Bone. I don't even need to get Laurentius, but, you know, having Pyromancy is pretty useful if you want to, be a good invader. Because some of the Pyromancies are really useful for dealing with, like, multiple enemies at the same time. It has not been the easiest kill on the Butcher, but the Butcher is indeed dead. And hey, you know, on the bright side, one of those dogs is dead too. We got a sack. I got your sack right here. I don't know why I always go for like old lunch lady voice. That looks like dog meat to me. What part of a human does that come from? That is a big slab of meat. That is like the kidney from the giant in Sen's Fortress. That is huge. Quite frankly, I'm surprised that rolling into the table knocked it over, and the sheer weight of that kidney did nothing at all. Did nothing at all. Nothing. What do we have in here? Large Amber. That's what I came here for. This, and of course, you know, the very nice man who was trapped down here. I don't even need to fight that guy. I think I could just roll into Laurentius, save him, and then Homeward Bone the F out of here. So what we should do... There's another dog down here. What we should do first is kill this dog. And this is always an annoying fight because the swamp makes us slower. And I'm not going to get the rusted chain ring, I think it's called, before we go to Blight Town. So I'm going to be real slow through that swamp. I can't believe I thought I was going to get to Anor Londo in 2 hours. Wishful thinking. A little bit out of practice. Luckily, the dog hates this swamp as much as me and keeps getting his face caught on the deck, so... any second now. What are you doing there? You think this is Gangnam Style, motherfucker? 10,000 souls. Is there another? There's sometimes another dude around here. Alright. First things first. I see you! I think I could just do it this way. We change equipment. We get rid of the alluring skull because it's totally useless in this situation. We go for the Homeward Bone. Did I already miss that down here? Homeward Bone. And then we run past. You are not subtle, my friend. He doesn't fall right away. So we save this dude from the most inescapable prison of all time. And we gotta remember to talk to him because I'm pretty sure I fucked up my interactions with Lautrec. Sure, yeah, whatever. Congratulations. You're alive. Big deal. Alright, I think now I can Homeward Bone out of here. I hope I'm not making a real silly decision. And since I can Homeward Bone out of here, I'm gonna level up, and then we have a little bit of extra time. I'm gonna try to get to the bonfire in the bottom of Blight Town. Also, another, kind of scary moment for me whenever I do these runs. But I should upgrade my weapon before we go to Blight Town. Otherwise, it's gonna take forever to do anything. So we'll upgrade again. I've only upgraded Vitality and Endurance, so even when I upgrade my weapon, we're not gonna be dealing all that much damage. Especially if I'm planning on using the Uchi Katana, I really have to start investing in Dexterity fairly soon. But yeah, sure, it's all these guys again. I'll eventually kill you later. I promise you. What do we have? We're gonna go down to Andre. Andre's gonna give us at least a little boost in the amount of damage we're doing. I seriously thought we might be able to get to Sen's Fortress in this episode. Or in this live stream. And that makes me feel real silly. But in any case, it's not so bad. We're gonna fit through here and just continue going down to Andre. This is the boring part where we gotta do some preparation for later. That's okay, though. I haven't even talked to Andre yet. I might kill the Titanite Demon while we're down here, but I might save that for later. I'll probably do like a Titanite Demon raid when I need to upgrade my weapons. Pretty slow, but these guys are slower, thankfully. I think someone made a fake Twitter account for you. Did you see that comment? Someone was like, Kate's Twitter is the lovely Kate.
That's not true.
I wonder if somebody stole, like, they're trying to take your identity. Are you really you right now?
I'm me.
You sound a little different.
I'm sick.
That's true.
Help me.
In the head. I'm Andre Avisto. This is the hardest man of all time. Like, first off, sweet Santa Claus hair and beard. But also, beyond that, no shirt. The sparks are hitting him right on his chest. His shirt just burned away. And this sword will never be finished, apparently. It's perfect. Okay, special ember. Do I not have, am I missing an ember here? Oh, I don't even know what's going on, to be honest. Let's just upgrade our long sword. Whatever, man. Keep it up. I don't have too many Titanite shards. I can buy some from Andre, I think. They cost like 2,000 each? 800 each. Alright, well, we might as well do that. And, did I not? I have the special ember. Maybe I have to talk to him again to give him the special ember. In any case, sure, I can't buy any more. I have this ember, Andre. Maybe we want to talk? Ah, there we go. Alright, yes, you can indeed have the large ember. I can't do anything with it yet, but it's nice to give it to him. Like X gonna give it to all of us. And, almost busted into, and I will always love you there. Santa, what are you doing in Dark Souls? JJ, what am I doing here? Kate, why can't I remember? We should watch Mazes and Monsters one time. I think you'd like Mazes and Monsters.
What's that?
It's the movie that the JJ, what am I doing here comes from.
JJ, what am I doing here?
Exactly. Plus, there's a character named Kate, so, you know, it's basically about you.
It's all about me.
I heard it was all about the Benjamins, but apparently it's all about the Kates. You heard it here first. Where am I going now? Blighttown. Okay, we're gonna get to the bonfire in Blighttown. There's always a little bit of tension here. When I was good at Dark Souls, as good as I ever got at Dark Souls anyway, and I was making invasion characters, Blighttown on the path down or the path back up was usually the first place that I died. Obviously, it looks like I got a head on top of my head. You see that?
Two head.
It looks like I got a potato there, and it's like, angry potato. You see it, right?
That's your name.
There's eyes there.
That's your name.
That looks like, is there an owl on my head? Maybe my guy's not undead, he's just covered in bird poop. This looks like, I wish I could zoom in. It looks like there's a damn owl on my head.
That's you, 2012 summer. Bird poop on your head.
I did get pooped on once. Look at this guy, it's like he wore a hat to the beach or something, but only like, he wore like a yarmulke to the beach, and then just a tiny one that covers his bald spot, and he's got an uneven tan now. You look real silly, man. You gotta get that figured out. Anyway, we're gonna rest this bonfire, we're gonna go to Blighttown. There we go, there's a stream highlight I can upload. Let's rest this bonfire. Do you think I could beat this dude up? Or this lady with the pigtails and the ninja garb? Yeah. Easily.
She ran away.
Yeah, now it's time for us to go down to Blighttown. I always get a little nervous. One of my least... I mean, I've been saying this a lot. You might start to think that I don't like Dark Souls, because I've been saying one of my least favorite parts of the game a lot. I like Dark Souls a whole lot. There's just certain parts of the game I do not like. Basically, the stretch from Capra to... beating Quelaag. I don't like that stretch very much. I don't like New Londo Ruins. I love the first part of the game, like the Taurus Demon and the Gargoyles. I love Anor Londo. I think Anor Londo is super difficult, but also a lot of fun. I don't mind the Catacombs and Tomb of the Giants. I like them more than most people, at least. What is it here? Is this? Yeah, it's the large soul of a nameless soldier. And then after we fight these large dudes in here, we are gonna have to, or we're gonna get the key that will open that door that we already just opened. So I think that's gonna be the end of our progress for today, assuming I do manage to make Fatty ahead. I love that they put Fatty in the game. What was that weird jump? Oh, I see. Like Fatty as a descriptor. It's a little genius. Don't yell. I still don't know what that exactly does. By the way, this is the back entrance of Blighttown. This is not how you normally get in. This is just how you want to get in if you want to skip, you know, fully 95% of it, which I always do. So get a little closer. Come closer. There we go. All right. These guys are going to take a while to cut down because I'm using the world's worst weapon. This is why we are going to summon someone for the Quelaag fight whenever I do it. And we'll also summon Maneater Mildred for that as well because I'm doing so little damage. It's my own fault. I understand this. And really, this is where things are going to be the hardest in the game for me for a while at least. Because as soon as we get to Sen's Fortress, I'm going to pick up the Lightning Spear. And once we get the Lightning Spear, you know, things at least get easier for a second or two. Until Anne Orlando. Anyway, we're earning humanity too. It's making up for that humanity I lost in the worst possible way on the Undead Parish. The real problem with this, it's not dealing with these fat men. These guys are annoying, but it's not the end of the world. The real problem with these guys is, or with this area, is the jerk kids who are like spitting poison at you. Or they spit toxicity, actually. And I'm not going to sing the song. The reason I will never sing Toxicity on stream is because I've already heard Michael A.L. Fox consistently do the greatest renditions of Toxicity when we were playing Rock Band together for several years. And I have to one of these days, I mean, we can never do a Rock Band stream because copyright trolls will just fuck us straight in the butthole. But one of these days we'll have to get that captured because it is a thing of beauty, to be sure. Dung pie? Dung pie. That's what we should have for dinner tonight.
Dung pie. Dung pie.
Is it Japanese or something?
Sounds like Chinese to me.
Wow.
Dung pie.
Let's keep it colorful. Or let's keep it as gray as possible, I guess I should say. By the way, if you're wondering, wow, what's this Anodyne game? It sure looks a lot like Dark Souls. I haven't updated the schedule. I just decided to go straight up 100% Dark Souls with this because I was having a good time with it. And plus, you know, the more Dark Souls I play today, the quicker I can get to these invasions. Quicker I get to these invasions, I think the quicker we're going to have a lot of fun with this Dark Souls stuff on the stream. Anyway, this guy's going to be dead any second now. These are probably the hardest enemies to deal with right now, but the hardest obstacle is definitely going to be those dudes who just throw poison or cursed bullets at me. The way down, not so bad. The way up, real harrowing. I think there might be, is this just the key or is there actually an armor? I think this is just the key that allows us to go back to Firelink Shrine here. Key to New Londo Ruins, indeed it is. Alright, so now we take this very complicated series of ladders and pathways that will allow us to eventually, if we're lucky, I totally forgot about that parasite thing, by the way, that will eventually allow us, if we are lucky, to get further into the game. Oh, this guy, if you have, like, anything at all that's half decent, these enemies are so easy to take out, but since I am not using a weapon that is half decent right now, I have to do things the hard way, I guess. There's some mosquitoes as well, who are the biggest pains in the ass. I believe this is where we start getting those dudes with the bolts. So I'm just going to roll off, because I don't want to put myself at more of a risk than is necessary. Do I have the look and mannerisms of a dude who's done this 1,000 times? Because I feel like a dude who's done this 1,000 times. There's a ladder here. Ooh, that could have been close. Camera almost fucked me again. Now, we just gotta jump onto this. You gotta kind of have a sack here.
Oh.
Yeah, that was a correct reaction to that. That was way too close. Now, all we're gonna do is get to this bonfire, and if we successfully get to this bonfire, that will be the Dark Souls portion of this stream concluded, and I will start answering some questions on Twitter to close us out, and then tomorrow, maybe Friday, I have to figure out what my schedule is gonna be like, we will be back to play a little bit of all that stuff. Probably some more Dark Souls. Maybe we'll actually get to Anodyne. And let's light this bonfire. Rest. You know what? All told, not terrible progress, I would say, on Dark Souls today. It was fairly good. So, the portion of the stream now, those of you who are just joining us for Dark Souls, thank you guys for watching. That's going to be the end of the Dark Souls portion of the stream. For those of you who want to stick around for a little bit, I am going to be answering any and all questions on Twitter. I will fight Maneater Mildred when we come into the stream next time. Bless you. Yes, I'll fight Maneater Mildred when we come into the stream next time. Let's exit back to the exit back to the main menu here. Game uses an autosave function. Don't pull the power cord to your computer when that spinning circle is there. And I'm just going to set up my Twitter thing again. Not this one, but we don't need the trivia time thing anymore. So let's get everything off the screen like so. And then go over here, get all these Twitter interactions cleared out. And put another screen region. Add screen region. Try to get like 2 or 3 tweets on the screen. That seems like the best way to get as much on the screen as possible. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Alright, so this should be how it looks right now. I'm not totally sure. Let me just make sure YouTube's looking good. Yeah, no, not any significant errors, which is pretty good. Let's go back and... okay. We got questions already. So again, the way this is going to work, ask me anything on Twitter. I will answer it. Probably quickly. I don't mean to be short, but, you know, I'm going to probably get like 200 questions here. So check me out on Twitter. Twitter address is Northern Lion LP. As you saw, maybe I should put the trivia time media file in here just so that my address is up on the screen right now. It's not actually trivia time, but, you know, you probably can't even read that. Let's see. It's a little tiny. What if I adjust this slightly, move it up, and then move the trivia time thing a little bit bigger? That's terrible. Let's just ignore that. What can I say? Sometimes I'm still obsessed with the novelty of streaming. In any case, okay. First few questions. Northern Lion, will you try to save Solaire in this playthrough? Probably not. Probably just get him killed and take a sunlight maggot. Northern Lion, do you have any opinion on the direction of Dark Souls 2 with its new directors? I'm at their mercy, man. I'm just waiting to see what they do. I'm not going to judge them prematurely, shall we say. We're all the way back down here. Okay. Do you still legitimately enjoy playing Isaac? We've seen every episode and still foam at the mouth for a new one every day. Of course I do. Challenge runs have gone a long way towards making that game more exciting, and I am stoked for Rebirth as well. Do you have to practice to have such a nice speaking voice, or do you practice at all? Not at all, actually. Just, you know, I guess technically I'm practicing via working, sort of. And I'm doing more scripted stuff because I want to sound more natural when I'm doing reviews and stuff like that. I don't want to sound like, and this game, herp-de-derp, list of pros, list of cons, etc. But no, mostly this is just puberty hit me like a ton of bricks. Do you like basketball? Not really. Cool beans, though. Not going to hate on you if you do. Airbud is my favorite basketball player of all time. What did you like best in Korea? Doc Galbi. When did you meet Kate? I met Kate in May 2012. How do you play games like Super Meat Boy with controller on PC? You get a wired Xbox 360 controller or something like it, and you plug that baby straight into the USB port. Could you be so kind as to add the MP3s to the rest of the podcast so I can animate, or at least the birthday one, please? I will talk to Mike about that. You should, no, that's me. Yeah, Mike should talk to me. I'll talk to Mike, Mike will talk to me, and then I'll talk to you. How many of your separate appliances have Twitter accounts, and is the table banned from Twitter? There's Northern Lions Coffee Maker has an account now. Northern Lions Hapagi, my mom, my HD PVR. There's a Northern Lion Story, a Northern Lion Facts. There was one more today that I missed. I retweeted it, though. I forget what it was. Anyway. The table's fine, man. Once this table starts breaking in the middle of a video, then it'll have a meme. How long have you and Care been together? Me and Care, we go way back, but don't tell Kate. Oh, man, that's a lot of questions. Okay, here we go. Do you have any tips for journalism? Like, it's an interesting question. If you're trying to be like a game reviewer, just write constantly, man. Or if you're doing video reviews, make constant videos. There's going to be a period where you suck at it. I kind of feel like with my reviews, I'm getting better, but I'm not nearly as close as I want to be. Same with streaming. I feel like I'm a really inadequate streamer right now. But eventually, you know, I'm doing these streams so I get the aptitude and the experience to eventually be better at them. So just practice, man. Capra Demon. Won't you come over for some pancakes? You can leave your gear at home, I promise. The number of Northern Lion related Twitter accounts is too damn high. Are you ever going to get that motherfucking Firekeeper soul? He's right, you know. I missed out on that Firekeeper soul. I said I was going to get it. Planning to do some videos. Do you think I should LP or review games? You should do whatever games you want in whatever form you want. because you got to be passionate about it in order to do it. That's why I have 440 videos of Isaac. You got to keep things fresh, man. What happened to Anodyne at 5? I just got too into Dark Souls. We'll play Anodyne. If I do a stream tomorrow or Friday, I'll play Anodyne on that for sure. And probably more Dark Souls. And maybe more Hitman. I don't know. I got tons of things to play. Why'd you pick the name Northern Lion? I was 13. I lived in Canada. There's the northern part. My name rhymes with lion. There's the lion part. Any chance of a Borderlands 2 LP with Kate or any friends of the channel? Unlikely. Do you enjoy ragtime? You know I get down with some Scott Joplin. Are you going to play Demon Souls? Probably not. Have you ever thought of doing an inebriated Binding of Isaac run? I did one of those when I was in Korea, so you have like a 0.25 chance of finding that if you just click on a random episode. But I would love to do more of that in the future. I just don't drink that much anymore. You want to talk about an inebriated Binding of Isaac run? You send these requests over to J Smith OTI. He will hook you up. What soul level was your dude? 30? You might have been 20, 25, 30. It's a little tiny, that's what she said. It's true. It's true. I don't know what a Leviathan is. I'm sorry, Christopher. So I'm going to go with the Kraken. I'm not going to play Demon Souls, probably. Internet speed is like 100 megabits per second down, 5 megabits per second up. It's not... The upload's not... I gotta keep looking to Kate for this, but... How many hours do you have played on The Binding of Isaac? 300 now. How about that Tokyo Jungle Let's Play? How about my broken HD PVR, man? Have you ever played Kingdom Under Fire Heroes or Crusaders? Not Circle of Doom. I have not. Are you still playing the Showdown Effect? If you are you planning on doing a live stream of it sometime? Yes, thank you for reminding me. Actually, this Saturday, a bunch of YouTubers are getting together for a Showdown Effect showdown, if you will. It's going to be me, Josh, Rockley Smile, Cry, aka Chaotic Monkey, Ohm Wrecker, Red Panda Gamer. We're going to play some 3 versus 3, a tournament, if you will. We're going to upload all the results to our own channels, assuming that goes down. That's the plan. That's going to happen Saturday afternoon. I don't think we're going to stream it, but the videos will be up. And I'm planning on streaming the Showdown Effect at some point for sure. Do you play any instruments? Probably the best clarinet player in the world. What's your least favorite boss in Dark Souls? Capra's up there. Ornstein and Smo. It's actually kind of a fun fight. 4 Kings are up there. That's about it. Sif is up there sometimes. Anyway, with Sang-Froid being the clear-cut winner, what's the second most Canadian game you've ever played? Retro City Rampage is pretty fucking Canadian. Fez, it's not really Canadian. It was developed by Canadians. But Retro City Rampage is basically like a scaled-down version of Vancouver with like all the street names too, so maybe Retro City Rampage. What do you end up doing with your leftover footage from Let's Look At's or LPs? I delete it after the video's up and looks good. Any not included, what's your favorite genre of games you like to play on consoles? It's a good question. I played a lot of third-person action games recently. I really like, as time goes on, I think I was a little harsh on DMC. DMC was pretty good. Metal Gear Rising was pretty good. It varies depending on what's coming out. Kate's Twitter is,
Lovely, K-A-I-T-K-I-M.
Right. Lovely Kate Kim, but Kate is spelled K-A-I-T for some reason.
Because Kate was taken.
Tell Kate she's lovely. Kate, you're lovely.
Thank you.
Most delicious food? Maybe sushi. Whoa.
What?
Are there any indie games you're looking forward to? Sans Mugenics in the next few months? Yes, but I can't think of them off the top of my head. Trials is not an indie game, but Trials Gold goes into open beta tomorrow, and Battle Block Theaters goes into closed beta tomorrow. Keep that on the DL. Will you be checking out the Outer Scrolls MMO? Maybe. Are you using DS Fix for Dark Souls? No, because I'm running it in 720p windowed. If I was playing on my own and I wanted to run like 1080p or higher full screen, I absolutely would. DS Fix is awesome. You talked about an on-camera show after moving. How are the plans for that progressing? It's still a holding pattern because we haven't moved. May 1st is when we're going to move. So soon after that, hopefully, I'll be able to do that. Do you remember me from the Worms live stream? I asked how big your dick was and you didn't give in to peer pressure. Of course I remember you. Do you still play Persona 4 Arena, and who was your best character? I stopped playing when I became the #1 Persona 4 Arena player on Earth, because it wasn't fun anymore, just beating everybody and having a 102% win ratio. All of my characters were the best characters, but Chie was the best of the best. Also, I'm actually pretty bad at that game. Have you played Path of Exile? Yes! Are you even into Diablo-like games? Sort of, not really. I don't know if I'm going to do Path of Exile coverage. Have you ever thought of rebooting the FTL series? Maybe. Do you still get flavored shaving cream? I don't get any shaving cream. What does this say, Kate?
お前がケイトか kore ga yomeru no ka. He's asking if I'm Kate, and he's also asking if I can read it. And I read it.
Nice. Any Spelunky? No. My HD PVR is broken. That's the generic answer for now. Have you ever or will you play a cleric in Dark Souls? Unlikely. Do you like dinosaurs? Who doesn't, man?
Me.
You don't like dinosaurs?
They're scary.
Yeah, that's why I like them. Oh, God, I saw one that was Ryan. Who's your favorite porn star?
Me.
Exactly. There's my... Oh, my God, there's so many questions. So we're up here. And I'm going to keep going until 6, maybe 6:05. Amadeus, Amadeus, Amadeus. Yes, rock me, Amadeus. DDR, connect with Kate. I'll pay you if I have to.
I'm
HDP.
way too good.
She is good. Thoughts on Destiny? I'm waiting until I see some gameplay, but, you know, cautiously optimistic. Northern Lions Razor. Yeah, oh yeah, that was the account from today. You were asleep, but when I was shaving my head and face, my razor gave out halfway through and just stopped cutting. And I was like, oh man, I look so stupid. Like there was like half
Right
of my
now?
head. No, now I fixed it, but there was like half of my head and half of my face that were unshaved, and the other half it was like if I'd put like a piece of paper in the middle of my face, it was like Northern Lion at 12, Northern Lion at 40. What is your bra size?
D. Double D.
Medium.
Double D.
When is Saving Progress coming back? Good question. When you first started YouTube, did you have an inspiration? Yes. Spoonie, Angry Joe, Angry Video Game Nerd. There was a YouTube Let's Player. He hasn't done anything in a long time, and I've forgotten his name now. It's so close. It's so close to the tip of my head. But he did like a Let's Play of shitty basketball games, and I thought that was hilarious. Are you considering playing the Showdown Effect? Yes. More Isaac with green? Yeah, maybe. Plans for more Runner 2? Maybe on a live stream. Favorite color? Don't really have one.
Blue collar.
Is there a turkey dressed as Sarah Palin? Good question. Are you hyped to see what the Showdown Effect will look like once it's fully released? I think it already looks like it does, like it's going to when it fully releases, and that's cool. I love the Showdown Effect. Why that game is not getting bigger is beyond me. It's so much fucking fun, and people accuse me because I saw it at PDXCon, came back from PDXCon, and was like, man, the Showdown Effect is so fucking cool, and oh, you're just a shill. I shit on Empire. I have an Empire figurine on my desk. If we didn't throw it in the trash, did we throw it? It's a nice figurine.
It's somewhere.
It just keeps falling over. So yeah, I'm not afraid to shit on a Paradox game, despite the good relationship that I have with them. The Showdown Effect is legitimately awesome, and so is March of the Eagles. What is your 3 least favorite tarot cards? The Fool is a real bad one.
The Lover.
Lovers is okay sometimes. The Fool is the worst. I can't think of any other really bad ones. Like the
Magician.
Magician's pretty bad. And Fake Kate is sick. How are you, Ryan? Also, any chances of more Fez? A Fez live stream. Here's the thing about Fez. I've gone over this many times. This is new information, though. Polytron, I believe, basically said the game is coming to Steam at some point. They said this recently. I don't know if it's coming soon. Whatever. When it comes out on Steam, I'm not going to play it through because I think part of the beauty of Fez is unraveling that mystery for yourself. And you're not going to know really what that means until you get into it yourself. But I might do like a Fez Secrets video, if that makes any sense, a little bit after release. Maybe. But no Fez Let's Play or live stream, especially since my HD PVR is broken. Ryan, who's your favorite porn star? We already answered that. Laterno, that's how you pronounce it, right? That's pretty good. It's your bra size, man. It's medium. I want babies. If I send you my HD PVR, will you love me? No. I'm kind of done with Hopoggi as a corporation. Can we send you a Steam friend request? Sadly, no. Do you think people will ever stop bitching about you not doing everything they say? Nah, man, it's the internet. What new Let's Plays are you planning? Well, not planning any new Xbox Let's Plays for a while, since the HD PVR 2 is broken. So that's what happened to Skulls of the Shogun and Metal Gear Rising. But we'll see what comes out on PC. In the meantime, I'm enjoying doing these live streams in lieu of 3 videos a day. Instead, I live stream for like 3 hours every other day and do 2 videos a day. What happened to Poison Mushroom?
I ate it.
She ate it. Might come back in a different format, if that makes any sense. I still have no new information on it. What is a man ever thought of doing some Castlevania LPs? I'm not good enough at Castlevania, sadly. If this falls through, would you actually use your Bachelor of Science in Biology? I hope that's what I would do. If not, immediately transition into the Games Press, which would be my ideal choice, I think. More videos with Kate, please. We're going to do that. I promise you. Just wanted to let you know I got Binding of Isaac because of your videos. Also, it would be cool if we could talk once. We talking right now, Josh. Do you have any phobias? Jellyfish Man. What's the best game you've played which received the worst critics scores? That's a good question, actually. As always, I'm going to go recent. I got the PID, man. PID got shit on in the media. I thought it was pretty fun.
It was fun. Co-op.
Yeah,
was fun.
co-op was good. Maybe it's a little bit derivative or simplistic, but I thought PID was pretty cool. There's free DLC for it now, too. Game you're most looking forward to? Oh, ouch. There's a backhanded compliment at the end. One of my favorite lesser-known YouTubers. That hurts me down in my ego. Good. I don't know. My blanket answer is The Witness or the update graphically to Spy Party. What's your opinion on Sleeping Dogs out of 10? 7.5? That's a Northern Lion 7.5, which is like an IGN 9. So I think the game is well above average. It's got some problems. It's a little janky sometimes, and it's super derivative. But I like Sleeping Dogs a lot. 7.5 is I like it a lot. What happened to Skulls of the Shogun? We just covered that. Will you get a Juicy Air? Why not? Is the Metal Gear series still ongoing? In my heart, yes. I use XSplit for streaming. Have you ever played Darwinia or any other Introversion titles? Played a lot of Prison Architect, and I'm looking forward to that game getting a little bit further into alpha, or beta, or release, and I'll probably play a little bit more of it. Okay, we're at 6 o'clock. These 40 new interactions, these are the last questions. So get your question in the next 20 seconds if you want me to answer it, and I will click this. In the meantime, might I encourage you, despite this making me kind of a scumbag, if you enjoyed the stream, take a second. It would really help me out if you click the like button. I hate asking this with my voice. Basically, the reason is, it's the same as asking someone to like a video, because once this gets VODed, this will, the likes are going to help it in the search ranking. In the interest of total transparency, the reason I ask you, Juicy Air is a game controller and male sex toy. That means we'll probably get one free from the developers. The reason people ask you to like their videos isn't just to see that number go higher. It actually helps in the search rankings. And since everybody asks for it, sometimes I feel like I sort of have to ask for it. I know it doesn't make it necessarily better that I'm like, yeah, this is where we want to be. It doesn't necessarily make it better that I'm asking for it, and I feel bad about it. But again, if you're interested in showing your appreciation, that's a really good way to do so. Okay, where are we going down here? We're around. Oh, this is perfect. Okay. What game should I play with my wife? Already done Resident Evil 5 and Portal 2. She's not into hardcore. 3, 2, 1. Rayman Origins, yo.
Oh yeah, that was really
Straight up.
fun.
That game rules
That's
for
really
co-op. Spelunky if you're not on tense terms, because that game it'll bring you.
You were screaming at me.
It'll bring you closer together, or it'll put you closer to divorce.
That's not how you do it, Kate. What are you doing, Kate?
Yo, I'm the number 2 Spelunky player in the world.
Stop using bombs, Kate.
The bombs are valuable. Are you gonna continue the Grey's Anatomy LP? No. Would you ever consider doing a meetup for my fans? Maybe, but the thing is, I get awkwarded easily. Like, I get the feeling of awkwardness easily, and I'm also uncomfortable to a certain extent with the idea that I'm at least a little bit known. So the idea that a bunch of people would like go to a bar or something to meet me and I would be the center of attention is real uncomfortable for me. But it's as one of those things, I've been recognized now and again. If you see me, I'm a nice guy. Don't hesitate to come up, say hello. We can take a picture. We can talk for a little bit. But in terms of holding like my Super Sweet 16 style meetup or something, I don't know if I could handle that. Like it being all on me. But if you see me, say hello.
Hi.
I might be in Tangiers. Is Katie... Oh, that just says Kate. Is Kate Japanese? No.
No.
Least favorite. Shot through the heart and you're to blame. You give love a bad name. I'm sorry, Capra Demon. Do you like books? I read a little bit of nonfiction. What I'm actually looking to do is download a bunch of like history books because I'm playing these Paradox games now. And I'm like, man, I really need to learn more about like medieval history. So yeah, I guess that is like kind of the dictionary definition of boredom. But I'm looking to download some books on my phone to just read in bed, basically. Do you read creepypasta? I have read creepypasta. What are your thoughts on the BioShock Infinite pre-order shenanigans? People need to learn, and most people are pretty good about this, I should say, but people should learn that there's a gray area. You shouldn't always be like, never pre-order anything, and you can't always be like, pre-order everything that you want. There's certain examples where you definitely should not pre-order, and there's certain examples where pre-ordering is okay. If pre-ordering gives you no benefits and you're getting it from a digital distribution service, there's absolutely no reason to pre-order. Like Aliens Colonial Marines on Steam gave you like a new gun skin or something, which is a total waste. I pre-ordered it on Steam, by the way, but that's because I was going to do content on it. Anyway, but you know, BioShock Infinite, if enough people pre-order it, you get a free copy of XCOM. Even if that game ends up sucking, XCOM rules. So you know that there's a solid pre-order bonus in there regardless. Pre-order bonuses, it's marketing, you know? So if you feel icky about all kinds of marketing, you're not going to like it in this situation either. But I think it's A-okay. You know, 10 years ago, you go pre-order a game from EB Games, you know what you get? A fucking receipt. And you better bring that receipt back to prove that you pre-ordered it. Now they're like, hey, take a copy of this game that came out 6 months ago. That's also real good. Favorite AVGN episode? Ooh. Turtles is good. But even after he got a little, bigger, there were a lot of really good episodes that he did. I always default to Ninja Turtles, though. Bra size, man.
Double D.
Will you ever do a multiplayer game lobby with subs? Whenever I play the Showdown Effect and I set up an open lobby, I tweet about it. The thing with the Showdown Effect is you don't necessarily see all of the available lobbies. You only see all of the available lobbies in your region. So if you're in the Vancouver region or Seattle, you might see me. Otherwise, it can be a little hit or miss. But yeah, I tweet about my open lobbies. Poison Mushroom Season 3 ETA. TBA. Will you play the Binding of Isaac reboot with Kate? Of course. There's going to be local co-op in that, if you didn't know. Will you ever do any retro reviews or retro streams? Maybe. I mean, if I'm streaming more often, I've got a really large Steam library, but that can go down pretty fast. Maybe I want to play some Super Nintendo games on stream or something. Retro reviews, unlikely. I think the market's already cornered that on that. JonTron, Spoonie, Pat the Nintendo dude. I forget. Have you ever considered a quick Let's Play of Super Smash Bros. Brawl with these 4 people? Only Kate and I live together. Nobody else lives even close, so we can't do this locally. And online for the Wii is not fantastic. Plus, I don't even own a Wii. I just own a Wii U. We could still probably do it, but again, my HD PVR is broken. So lots of reasons why not to do that. You should look at Frozen Nightmare on Desura. Maybe I will. Do you like Will Smith? Will Smith from Tested or Will Smith from The Fresh Prince? Because the answer is yes. Sure, I Am Legend's a cool movie. I haven't read the book. A lot of your followers are named Connor. Why? Maybe they are John Connor from Determined as Laziest. Arnold Schwarzenegger impression. What color was your hair? Light brown. Will we ever see Kate's face? I mean, I do. Do you agree that Phil Fish acts like a big jerk? At this point, I feel like I'm just being troll baited here. The real answer is I don't give a shit if Phil Fish acts like a big jerk. He made a good video game. I don't judge games based on their creators. The dude's not committing genocide. He's just tweeting with like no filter between his brain and his hands. I do that too, so it would be hypocritical of me to hate Phil Fish for that. Plus, Fez is a good game. I think it's real shitty that people overlook that game because they think the dude is kind of a dick. How would you dispose of a body?
Eat it.
Gross. People do that, or have done that, though.
Feed the dog.
I don't have a dog. I'd have to buy a dog to kill somebody.
Exactly.
I love you too, Dylan. When are you getting your HD PVR fixed? I'm just going to buy a new device, probably an Elgato game capture. Do you like puppies? Who doesn't, man? What are your thoughts on the Tomb Raider cover-up? Hello, Kate. That's Kate's Twitter address if you want to follow her. I don't know anything about a Tomb Raider cover-up, and my guess is that it's probably not a big deal, and maybe is being blown out of proportion by the internet. 99% of the shady things that the internet thinks happens in the games press are way, way off the truth. I'm not going to say that there's never anything shady that goes down, but for the most part, everyone's keeping it on the up and up. How about LPs of games from your past or childhood? Maybe at some point, for sure. Ever had any nicknames? Strongest man alive? Most handsome dude in the world? Smartest jabroni in Earth's history?
Sloth.
Kate thinks I look and act like a sloth.
Not act.
Not act? Okay, but Kate
Looks
thinks
like.
Kate thinks I look like a sloth, which I actually take as pretty cool because I'm a big
really
sloth
cute.
fan. When will the PVR be fixed? I'm getting an Elgato game capture HD. Okay, sexy indie games. The HD PVR's broken, you ding-dongs. What games do you have left to give out? Jackson.
Free swag.
2 more, and I'd have a Jackson 5 there. I'll give out the Highborn codes on my next stream. It was a little light on the giveaways this time, but I had less contact with developers this time. Do you play any sports? I play pocket pool. Are you going to play StarCraft 2 Heart of the Swarm? This is something I wrestle with internally. I want to get into it, but at the same time, it's a little intimidating, you know?
Korea's right here.
Right, Kate is Korean.
Korean blood.
I put 600 hours into Dota, and she beat me in my first game. Have you played chess recently? Not competitively, but recently. More Monaco with Kate, or nothing more until the release on Steam? Good question. It's up in the air. We have a game right now, Dollar Dash, that's coming out like next week.
Oh, that game is so good. You beat me
It's very
all the time.
I do.
Not fun.
With my hands on your face. That's not funny. Probably shouldn't have gone in that direction. Yeah, so we'll have a Dollar Dash video. We might do co-op for that.
Sure.
If I record it this weekend.
I'll win.
I mean, maybe. That's fine with me. The single-player game, I don't think is worth going to, like, making it anyway. Jake Wirtz, will you say my name, so my name may echo through an Orlando, Beyonce's child. Did I miss a question? No. Don't believe her lies. It's true. NL, I hope you're having a good day. Keep on being the best YouTuber around. Thanks, Miles Rittenhouse. That's really nice, actually. We've only got a few questions left here. Are you going to get a PS4 or Xbox 720? I will be getting both. If they call it the 720, they are fucking dumb, though. Next live stream, not 100% sure. Probably tomorrow or Friday. Are we bros? Of course we bros. You're the only YouTuber that I've watched for more than a year, and I love you with all my heart and soul. That is a perfect way to end the stream. Thank you again, Noah Vint. Thank you for everybody for joining me on this kind of marathon stream. We had some technical difficulties at the start, but we worked through it. Good turnout. I'm pleased. I hope you guys, those of you who won, should expect to hear from me soon. Make sure to check your DMs. If you enjoyed the stream again, I'm going to be an asshole and tell you to please click the like button if that's the kind of thing that you're into. It really does help me out a lot, especially as I get started here. Thank you for your questions. Check me out on Twitter if you're interested in answering or asking me things more directly. I usually respond to Twitter questions. I'm trying to get better about it. But in any case, twitter.com/NorthernLionLP is where you can find me. In any case, thank you guys for watching. I believe, actually, you know, not to turn this into like a network television thing, but I believe if you check youtube.com/MichaelALFox, he is getting set up with a SimCity beta stream right now. So if you wanted to watch some SimCity beta gameplay, you can go check him out. I don't think he's... oh, yeah, he's playing it live right now. Yeah, so go check out youtube.com/MichaelALFox. He's playing the closed beta of SimCity right now if you're interested in watching his stream. Let him know that I sent you so that he knows that I'm the nicest guy in the world. And in any case, again, thank you for your support. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.